That's what showing collecting dust.
Been there for years.
Those for a rainy day, in case it
What
ever
episode
happens.
we on? 197?
97.
Creeping up
Damn.
to 200.
High energy.
We're 3 away from 200.
Woo!
Bicentennial, man.
What we're gonna do for that? We're gonna get Hussey to try fit in some size 30 pants.
First off,
I know. Keep
I
it lower
haven't
and
been able
lower.
I have not been able to fit into size 30 pants since like 8th grade, 9th grade, high school.
Got pretty close last week.
To 30s?
Yeah, 33s.
Oh, 33s?
Yeah.
What do you mean I got close? They were on me.
Those are actually
Nah,
31s.
They got stuck on my thighs.
They almost ripped.
They were a little yoga
You got
style.
yoga? Yeah, no, you got yoga pants,
They
man.
almost ripped.
PFC 197, we in here discussing Premier League Matchday 10 and then some footy from around the world. Let's open up with the game of the weekend, or what was set to be the game of the weekend until a late injury scratch put it a little bit more in favor of the home team. We're talking about Man United 1, Tottenham 0. Late heroics from the young boy Tony.
Well,
Getting lucky, man.
And Tiki talks about the late injury scare, but it wasn't really that late. It kind of happened midweek or last weekend. Harry Kane pulling up with the hamstring because he's running his ass off in the 90th minute nonstop, playing for England game after game. Give this guy a goddamn rest.
Playing for Spurs game after game.
Playing for
Playing
Spurs
England.
nonstop.
Remember that
playing for
game right
England.
after they qualified for the World Cup? They were
Needless
playing, I
game.
think, Lithuania, and he played
Needless.
like all 90 minutes.
Played 90. And
That
this guy
was it,
works.
man. Yeah.
And he pulled up in the next weekend. That weekend pulled up with a hamstring. He could have played this week, but Tottenham faced Real Madrid Wednesday, I think, in Champions League. So either you play him against United, you risk him. Same for Madrid, hope he's fit. But either way, I was laughing seeing that he was injured for this game because without Harry Kane's team, they've played West Ham, lost, played United, and they've lost. So Harry Kane's team, Pep Guardiola, Harry
What up?
Kane team.
It came at the
Maybe.
right time, man. You guys received
Oh,
this
so
news
lucky.
at the right
So-
time.
so
It was
lucky.
it was almost like one of those injury boosts,
Yeah.
but it worked in the complete opposite favor of the Spurs. The Spurs. Well, who am I?
Spurs.
Huss?
Yeah,
Fuck,
there you
get
go,
outta here.
Huss.
But then at the same time,
The what?
they lose Harry Kane, but Son Heung-min, I'm terrified of this guy. He's kind of a wild card. He has it all. He
He's
has
not.
pace. He has industry.
He's not a center forward though.
No, he's better off the wing.
But
if
the
he can
weird-
play
the-
on the wing.
Even in
weird
a
thing-
4-4-2 as a supporting striker,
Yes.
I think he'd be very good.
The weird thing with him, man, is that he's deceptively a good finisher. I agree with you. He's not good at leading the line.
Nothing to
But
say
last
about
season he got 21 goals, man. You know what I mean? Like, so that production, I agree with you. He shouldn't be leading the line. But who are they going to put on? Lorente? You know what I mean?
That's right.
Who are they going to put on? Jansen?
Mr. Slow-Mo. No, man,
Mr. Slow-Mo would have benefited. So I think that's all they could have done. Son scored last week. Like, what were they going to do? Pull a Conti and bench Batshuayi style? Like,
No.
they
This
had to
was
put him out.
not last minute, but it was just kind of a resolution that he had to put together quickly, and he had to go with the hot hand. Son
He
scored
had to.
the week before,
Yeah.
so you play him. I totally understand it, but Spurs is just not the same team without Harry Kane.
Well, let's not forget, last year that no one really even knew who Son was, and then out of nowhere there was
Wow.
injuries and
Wow.
well, you didn't know he was as effective as he was last year because he was just scoring. You weren't.
I knew it,
You
dude. I
thought
was
he
watching-
was one of the best scorers
I knew him when he
for a
came
month
from,
at a time.
when he
at
came
least.
from Bayer Leverkusen,
Absolutely,
I was like,
man.
this is the perfect purchase for Spurs because he was clinical in
Clinical,
Bundesliga.
dude, when he
No,
was
clinical.
All right,
when he was-
Clinical.
for a winger.
Clinical.
For a winger.
Clinical.
Hey,
I'm
easy
not buying
Chappelle.
it.
Easy Chappelle hat.
No, but when he
That's
came in,
props
dude,
right there, Chappelle.
But you expect him
Window.
to score like he was last year.
Okay, he exceeded my
That's what I'm
expectations,
saying.
But
we knew
you
who
said
he
no
was.
one. You said no
Okay,
one.
yeah, I was exaggerating
I
a bit, but that's what I'm saying. Where
Like
last year
always.
last year he just exploded when they needed him because they were their injuries
when
again.
Kane went down, he came in and was sort of like helping out, picking up
Yeah.
where he could. It wasn't the same, but he was productive. He was pretty productive. I think,
For sure.
man, he was playing the second best defense for the last 2 seasons in Man United. He's playing a tactical defensive genius in Jose Mourinho. Without Harry Kane, this team was always set up to struggle.
You
What's
know what
actually
was
best
odd?
at home? Best at
Best
home.
at home, haven't lost 30 in 36 games at home, undefeated.
And there are some stats that are saying that United are the best at-home team in the top 5 leagues right
And
now.
there's some that would say that
Makes
Jose
sense.
Mourinho is the best home field manager
Absolutely.
in the game.
Stamford Bridge
He
was
went 2 spells at Chelsea.
ferocious.
He didn't lose in that first 2-year, 3-year spell. Came back, still was undefeated for until that last year where they fell apart. But this guy's unbeatable at home. No goals against. 7 clean sheets in a row.
Well, that's
And
what you
can
want to
see
do.
you can see United fans struggling with that, man. In that
They can't
we're
grab. They
used
can't come to
being-
terms with consistency,
And
and what buys championships.
Yeah, and we used to be an attacking team, slowly you can see the parts getting pulled back from that. Obviously, we still have a lot of attacking options, but it becomes more the emphasis of holding our shape and being defensive versus, other teams that opt to defend by keeping 80% possession in your final third.
But here is how I know Spurs is real. Yes, Man United started fast, but Spurs actually were kind of dominating this game in terms of possession and chances.
Agreed.
Man United was sitting back, waiting to play the counterattack.
Agreed.
There were definitely spells in the game where Man United,
were in control.
They're in control.
Sure.
They kind of just put their foot into the game. But Spurs, man, they were moving the ball around. They were in Man United's attack, in Man United's defensive third, threatening the whole time.
First half, mainly. Second half,
was a little more
whatever
balanced.
Jose said in the locker room, they came out guns blazing. Spurs didn't have the ball in the United half comfortably until the 60th minute.
Good point.
They didn't move the ball around until the 60th minute, so it was nonstop pressure. They had a couple spells in their end where they had the ball moving around, making chances, but not full chances.
Yeah.
Dude,
that Dele Alli chance was the closest they really came.
Man.
Why does he go with the outside of the foot?
Go with your
there?
left, man. He did like the double hop on the right
Yeah.
foot, but dude, he's got a sweet right foot.
What a
You
pass
can't
by Eriksen,
knock
too.
the guy. Great.
That pass by Eriksen.
Dude, everyone who's sitting out there saying United's lucky, Kane wasn't playing, yada yada, would have lost. Pogba wasn't playing, man. That game, just like the Liverpool game, was lost in the midfield, man. You have that control of midfield. You have a guy who's dynamic like Pogba, who every time he has the ball, 3 guys have to pay attention to him.
It's not the same.
It unlocks everything, man. You have a guy like Fellaini in there for set pieces, just set pieces alone. It unlocks everything. You have a guy like Zlatan up top. It unlocks
it's
everything.
Not the same, man.
So
That's what
everyone talking about Harry Kane injury. Yes, I get it.
You're
Obviously,
lucky.
sure we're lucky, but they're lucky we don't. The last few games we haven't had Pogba. We've lost every midfield
but
battle.
it's
So
different.
all the
If
other
you guys
teams are
didn't have-
lucky.
If you guys didn't have Lukaku, that's
Absolutely.
different.
Absolutely.
That's different than Pogba. Pogba could have added to your midfield and your control of the game, but if he's passing it up top, someone has to finish, right?
Rashford would have finished.
Not,
all
not
day or
true.
day.
Rashford didn't finish this game.
Lukaku didn't either.
Yeah, but he hit the post. He was a threat.
Yeah, because he's a number 9. I hope he hits the post. I hope he has the most shots. He's playing number 9, dude.
Held
All
up
I'm
the
saying is
ball
it's-
against the
it's-
flicks.
we cannot compare Kane to Pogba because their production is different. The tangible.
I'm saying
is different.
about impact on the team. I'm not saying production. I'm saying impact on the team. I don't think.
Oh, I'm saying
that-
both.
You're saying those spells where Tottenham was in control. I don't think those spells happened with Pogba on the pitch. Is my point.
Okay, but then I'm not going to go into hypothetical land with you.
All I'm just saying
But we
is
brought up-
injuries played a
hypothetical
factor for both teams, so everyone needs to relax.
mainly for Spurs.
We brought up Rashford real quick, and that's one thing that United fans can really feel good about, that week in, week out, Rashford seems to keep improving. I know he didn't score, and he came out, and the guy that replaced him did score the goal, but
The guy.
The guy
for
How about you
Martial.
mention him by name?
Martial.
Nah, he's a guy.
But-
Don't let them body you.
but
into that.
at 19 years old, he is progressing
Scary.
much quicker than I thought.
He's special.
He
Yeah,
is
no, he is-
special.
he is.
He very well might be with Real Madrid in 2 years.
Well, to me, it goes.
Yeah.
He won't be because
nah.
he won't be because he's
Nah.
English. In my
Too
opinion,
young.
he won't be. Most English players stay. He might be at, let's say, Man City. Let's go crazy. Let's say Chelsea. If he moves, I think he stays in England. I don't think he goes to the Real Madrid.
Until he's 26,
Same thing with Harry Kane.
27.
I don't think Kane ever leaves. Watch. You watch.
Well,
man.
that's true, because Harry
know.
Kane wants
English
to be there, but
forwards
like
don't leave.
I don't know. I feel like
Nah, that's
Rashford.
not
I
true.
think Rashford will be moving.
Most
Rooney,
English forwards don't leave.
Sheringham,
most, but
Shearer,
The stud ones didn't leave. Owen left
Michael Owen
after
left
he
for a
was
year,
broken.
failed, came back.
Yeah. Most of the studs in England never leave, bro.
okay, yeah, that's a good point. But we're talking about one stud right now. That's Harry Kane. Whether you think he's gonna go or not.
Do you want to take a friendly bet? Next summer, he stays at Tottenham.
No, that's too soon to say next summer.
All right.
I'm saying he's leave at some point. Out of the
For
country.
Real
Like
Madrid-
ever?
Out of
Out
the
of the country. At some point,
Ah,
he'll
look,
leave it.
Let's readdress it next year.
All right. All of a sudden, let's pump the
Well,
brakes on
that's
the
also
bet.
like saying that he
pump the
could.
brakes.
That's
You
also
just
saying.
I
readdress
said
it.
next summer.
That's also saying like he could be ending his career at MLS. I could totally see something like that. But also,
No, we
I
mean
mean
in
his
his
prime.
We mean in
Yeah.
his
We're
prime.
not doing a must
yeah,
bet.
we got any
yeah,
technicalities.
let's
not squirm
No,
your way
no,
out
no,
back
no,
door.
because you
Yeah,
said-
look-
no,
Let's backtrack
no,
that.
because no, you
Oh, he's
said
in Qatar.
he's leaving. He's leaving some point.
No, man. Me and Tom, we get
We
it.
get it,
We've
bro.
been talking for a long time.
We
We,
got
don't
it,
need to go
man.
literal.
We got her.
I know what he's saying.
3
I don't know
years.
what you're saying.
All right.
3 years. I'm thinking.
So this game, man, honestly, the fair result, I think, would have been a draw. But Lukaku hit the post just like Ali missed that chance. I think, other than that, that was the main chances of this game. A draw would have been fair, but
You know
He's
what?
on
You know what
the
it
United
takes to
side.
win this game? Boot it.
That's what it was.
Booed it.
It
High
was,
school
dude.
goal.
All the
Flick it.
beautiful football played in this game. United was exciting going forward. Spurs were exciting at times. I think United had the better chances towards the second half as far as clear cut. But that long ball from De Gea, flick on from Lukaku, Eric Dyer napping, and Toby not covering. It's just that half second you switch off for a half a second, you get beat by Martial coming in behind.
How important is Davison Sanchez looking to this team? Because
He's
athletically,
fucking
I think
serious.
he's better than Dyer. I always
don't know
tell you
why
guys
they
how
put Dyer
robotic
in the
Dyer.
middle. I don't like him in the middle of
I
that.
don't-
Put Toby. I know Toby's quicker, so
You know
maybe
why they
that's
put
why he
him in
puts
the
him
middle?
at the outside.
Exactly, because he gets roasted outside. He's a D mid. He reminds me of like a Gareth Barry, man. Not necessarily the physical part, but I mean like there's nowhere else to put him except that number 6 because athletically he doesn't bring it to any other position. Smart player, very physical, but just doesn't have that extra.
That
That's why I'm
modern
so
day center
happy.
back needs a recovery pace.
Absolutely. That's
You
why I'm
need it.
so happy he didn't come to United, man. We got Matic. I was
Nah, he wasn't
wary
ready
about
yet.
that, but like,
He wasn't ready there.
yeah, man.
Well, you could push Dyer into the middle and have Aurier
No,
play
he's
the
not
right side and have
dynamic enough.
Sissoko on the
Harry Winks is
outside.
balling out
He's
here.
not
Harry
dynamic
Winks
enough.
is
No.
balling.
I don't know.
He
I'm not saying
belongs.
take him off the field. I'm saying rotate Aurier, Sissoko,
Take Dyer off
and
the
Dyer.
field.
Well, no,
Simple.
I'm fine with
There's
taking him
no
off the field, but
rotation needed.
If you
But
rotate,
Poch is probably trying to give him some time. He trusts him. He's
No,
been
he
there
is.
for the last few
But
years.
it-
no,
He's
he
a
is.
player he trusts.
He's
Yeah.
developing.
In a
Sure,
game
sure.
like
Sanchez.
in a game like this, you got to keep Sanchez out there. Guy's
He's
been
hot
balling.
hand, right?
Guy's been balling.
Absolutely balling. I know you want to probably rest him for Champions League coming up this week, but
Yeah.
like, no, rest Dyer, dude. Come on, stop it.
And there were
I'll take it.
There were some
Neither one.
reports that some lip readers came out said that what Ashley Young said to Dele Ali was, "Let me know when you win the Prem."
Hey.
Now,
Nice.
do you think that's even fair for Ashley Young to say to
Yes,
Ali?
very fair.
absolutely.
Yes, because
100%.
Ashley Young had a year where he was productive for the team and helped him win.
But
If Rashford is saying that, no, Rashford hasn't won anything, or someone.
Well,
who
he's not a
hasn't
regular
contributed.
starter.
Dude, this guy
He's
is
through
a
injury.
this guy is a
Through injury, he's
professional.
not.
This guy
He's a
is a
veteran.
consummate professional, one of the best professionals on Man United at this time.
Absolutely.
You saw that goal.
What a leader, man.
That goal, man, he went nuts. He grabbed Martial. He's fucking shaking him after the
It's
goal.
so
He's in his ear.
important.
Plus,
Giving him
No,
confidence.
I know, I
They
understand
all
that.
call
But
him the leader in the back in the locker room. So if he didn't have that trait,
if you want to talk shit, you have to be ready for anything that's said back to you.
that's true.
Kevin Garnett, NBA basketball player, once told Carmelo Anthony his wife tastes like Honey Nut Cheerios.
Oh,
Once you step on that field or court, you have to be ready for anything, any type of trash talk. That it's all inbounds.
I love
Yeah.
Kevin Garnett.
And then Dele
I love Kevin Garnett.
Dele Alli's the kind of guy you can wind up too.
absolutely.
So that was off that challenge where he went down, I'm guessing, where Ashley
yeah,
kinda
they
took that dive.
got into each other. Yeah.
Just fine. It's part of the game. Slow down the clock. But Ashley Young, man, he played incredible this game.
He plays incredible every game, man.
No.
I have this
Last game,
No.
last game, he was kind of shit
No, but I have
against
what
others.
I rewind that. I mean, I'm very comfortable when he's on the pitch.
Always,
Same way
yeah.
Valencia's on the pitch. We
You
might
trust
lose
him.
the game.
You trust
Yeah,
him.
man, but I feel, okay, we got Ashley Young out there. There's some wisdom. He might
sick.
get a crossing Shirl in there. Like,
But
you know
he
what I mean?
works.
Like,
By the way,
and he
This guy
works, dude.
works
He's
so hard
reliable.
in every level, mentally and physically.
This is your winning formation, by the way, Manchester United.
3 at the back.
Yep, you need the 3-5-2.
Oh, it works, man.
I like-
Dude,
now
look, we have
Mkhitaryan-
trees back there. Jones, Smalling, and
Oh, beast.
trees.
Mkhitaryan was shy, and you're weak in the fullback spot, so that's why I think it's a great formation.
We're,
So-
weak, we're weak in the 10 spot, man. I know Mickey's playing that 10. He's struggling right now. The problem is there's no one off the bench of Mickey's caliber to bring on. You can say Mata, but
Mesut
Mata's...
Ozil.
There it is.
He unlocks
That's why the
everything.
rumors came out.
He
So
unlocks
you believe in
everything.
Smalling again?
No,
Smelling-
I never did.
I know.
Yeah, Smalling and
He had a
Jones
good
are
game.
part of the best
Hey, he had a
defense
good
last
Man of
year.
the match, according to
Yeah.
who scored. But speaking of man of the match, let's give ours. I'll go first because I want to say it. Give
Do
this
it.
guy a shout out. We didn't talk about him once so far. The manager in Manchester, Matic. Dude, without this guy, this game would have been. We would have got roasted. We would have got absolutely roasted by Spurs without this guy on the field. Every clearance out of the back, he was knocking it down, controlling it, playing it wide. This guy was so huge in this game. 7.1 on who scored. He should have had an 8. This guy was massive this game.
Beast. I'm going to give it to, obviously, young Tony Marshall, man. Coming off the bench. Subbed out last game after 45 minutes. Him and Mata come off. I'm thinking, oh, man, he's not starting. Here we go. He's going to get the Mkhitaryan treatment. Not going to play for the next 3 months. What does Jose do? Hey, we need a goal. Let's give this young kid another chance. Comes on, repays the faith.
He's
beautiful, man.
maintaining his focus, his
Absolutely.
form, coming off the bench.
No
He's-
distraction.
No,
Any
no.
minute he gets, this is how you become a starter as
Legit.
a kid. Kids pay attention out there. This is how you break into a squad. When a squad has so many good young players, those 10 minutes you get at the end of the game, 15 minutes,
Make it count.
make it count.
Dude, I think if Martial begins to live up to his
Consistently,
talent,
yeah.
he could be the Leroy Sané of Manchester United.
Agreed.
We see how Sané is destroying the league right now. I
But-
think Martial has the ability, the capability
Yeah.
to become a
Because
player
he can
like that.
finish too, man. 2 years ago, he led
League.
Man United in
Goals.
In goals.
Yeah.
You
His
know,
first year.
First year.
He had 11 or something like that.
Yeah,
It wasn't a lot,
Maybe like
but-
8 or something.
It
but
wasn't
yeah,
a lot.
around there.
Yeah.
Around there, yeah, man, for sure. So, talent's all there, man.
Tony.
I have to go with Martial as well because, look, we can talk about 90% of the game all the time with bringing down clearances, passing the ball, making the right runs. It's that 10%, that one chance that you have on net to put it in the back of the net because we saw Rashford miss a couple chances. Lukaku. I mean, Lukaku doesn't have a goal in October, except if you want to count the one for Belgium. But
No,
so
don't.
when it comes down to it,
We
Wait,
don't count international.
when
So grimy.
when someone like Lukaku is struggling, you need someone to step up, and that was
Absolutely, man.
absolutely huge. This was not a must-win game for United, but this is a statement win.
And
Look,
Lukaku's
it was-
struggling, but he got an assist. So
Well, yeah.
No,
he's-
he's
he-
still
you know what I
productive.
mean?
yeah.
Yeah.
He has
Which
two
is
assists.
good. Yeah, you never want to struggle and not
Still-
be productive,
yeah,
you know. So it's
exactly.
good, but
Yeah, those
Yeah,
games
we didn't really buy
those
you for
games he hasn't
assists.
scored. We lost to Hudders. He got the assist for Rashford. Again, this game getting the assist.
yeah.
Playing that number 9 role. Not scoring, but you're providing. That's all I ask. That's all we ask.
No, all I ask is that when we're losing 2-1 to Hudders, you put the team on your back and score a goal. That's it.
That's
That's
true.
all I'm asking.
That's
He's
it.
young. I
That's
still
it.
love him, but hey, that's the United way, man. Just
If
ask
you
Dwight
can't
York,
find him the
Cole.
ball, what are you going to do?
He's got to put the team on his back, pick it up from the back, and make a boof-all run. No, I love the cut.
Boofle.
I'm
He's
just being
24
dramatic.
now, so he's not as young as he once was. But
That's pretty old.
no, it's not old, but
I know.
No, give him 2 years, bro. 26 is when you start seeing forwards really busting out. From 26 to like 29, 30 if they can squeeze it out.
busting out.
West Brom 2, Man
Love for Rick
City
James? My bad.
3.
Rick James.
Man, West Brom almost made a mess of this game. I mean, Man City almost made a mess of this game. West Brom showing a bit of heart.
They were like, they won the game and they took their foot off the gas.
They did.
It was one of those.
I think it's Pep's style, though. I mean, I think at this point we can all agree. Man, what do you mean? Hold on, let me finish. Let me finish.
I didn't say
Let
a
me
word.
fucking
Didn't
finish.
say a word.
Let me finish. Can I finish? Let me finish.
I think the
Let me
Chappelle
finish.
had.
you're wasting all your time
Um,
to finish.
Obviously, Man City are
Lost his train of
devastating.
thought.
Man City are devastating going forward. No, I didn't. So, but at the back, they're so heavy on going forward that they get lackadaisical at the back, and they don't. The organization sometimes.
I
So
know.
in transition, they're kind of spaced out. They're loose. They're not disciplined like a Jose Mourinho.
I know
side,
exactly
you know
what
I mean?
you're saying because it was a similar criticism he had at Barcelona in that those defenders probably have to defend once every 10 minutes. So it was very important to get a guy like Puyol out there who would just concentrate the entire game.
Yeah.
And when they lost him, Gerard Piqué got a lot of shit when he was coming into that squad to the point where they had to put Mascherano back there and
Yeah,
like
he's a
move
fraud
things in
now.
the back.
Mascherano.
So
Heavy suspect.
no,
He's
he's
old.
saying
Piqué.
Piqué
Piqué?
is fraud.
Heavy suspect.
So he's only been doing it for over a decade.
So a
you know.
pep team, man, you do have to have that mental concentration where, okay, I might not have any defensive action for the next 15 minutes, but when I have that one opportunity, I have to close things down. It's just like the
Vincent-
goalkeeper
Vincent
situation.
Kompany.
Yeah.
Vincent
Need Vincent
Kompany.
Kompany
Guy
up
like
there.
that.
You can't pull a Nicolas Otamendi and go to chest trap the ball
Hey,
back
the
to
dude thought he
your
was in
goalie.
La Liga. He thought he was back in La Liga,
Let's
super
just take it
casual.
easy.
Yeah, 3-1, it's
Yeah,
over.
Chesties, back to the goalie. Nope, not happening. Matty Phillips popping up.
Give
Dude,
this
but
guy a run,
Scrapper.
man.
Al, I only
Scrapper.
disagree with the statement that you made that it's Pep style to kind of take the foot off. I don't think that's what
No,
Pep. I
not-
think Pep actually wants to hit every team for 7, for
Dude,
10.
remember
It's
Kimmich-
just that the system, like guys like lose concentration, like you're saying.
Remember Kimmich last year when Pep was there 2 years ago? Or was it last year?
2 years ago.
2 years ago.
Yeah.
And Bayern had won, I don't know, some important game. They won like buzzer beater at the end, and he grabbed Kimmich and was like almost head to head, like
Yeah.
headbutting him. Like
Mhm.
Bayern had won, I think, the league at that point. To be honest, I think it might have been like one of Pep's last games or
It's never
something
good
like
enough.
that. It's never good enough, man. He's not one of those guys who likes when they take the foot off the
That's
gas.
what I'm saying. That's why we've been seeing them hit teams for 7, 6,
Yeah,
5
dude.
this year because he's just like kill,
There's no
kill.
rest
They
Right.
leave
all the way.
themselves exposed at the back.
100% they
Fair
do.
That's all it is.
Fair
you
point.
know?
100% they
Fair
do.
point.
So if you're not hitting them, like West Brom did well this game. They were
very
unlucky to
solid.
concede that Fernandinho goal. This guy's been banging him in from outside the box recently for whatever reason.
Got to get tighter.
Great goal, deflected off Gareth Barry.
Dude,
Who
Gareth
ju- who
Barry
just had
involved.
just had the assist on the on the goal for Jay Rodriguez. Great ball over the top.
Involved in 3 goals
Yeah.
this game, Gareth Barry.
Give him credit. Playing against his
crazy.
former employers.
That's crazy.
Still doing work. Leroy Sané, though, the man of the hour, the man of the moment.
This
This kid-
the best young player in the league right now.
I was gonna say
Everyone else
this.
sit down for a minute.
No,
He's-
you're right.
He's
You're
just
right.
so young
Rashford,
still.
sit down. Jesus, relax, bro. Like
You're right.
Sané, for right now, it could change in a month when Sané cools off, yada yada. But right now, Sané's the best young player in the league.
Is Raheem Sterling still young?
No,
Do we
I think
consider
he's
him
How old is he?
a
He's
young
22.
player still?
He's still young.
It's just that
Well,
he's not
he's
in
not
the
EPL
league.
young.
He's 16.
He's not EPL young.
So it's like, oh, you're an old man, but really he's 22.
He's a baby, dude. It's scary.
He came off the
and he's
bench.
7 for what?
to
7?
score. Dude,
7 goals in
Unreal.
7 games.
Unreal.
He's right behind Lukaku, bro. If you want to think productivity, he's right behind Harry Kane, who I think Harry Kane sits with 8.
it's funny, man, because some
It's-
people in this room will call Raheem Sterling whack. But this guy
Yo,
is
we
in
ain't pointing
amazing
fingers.
form. I'm not going to look where I should be looking, but I'm just saying.
You said he's whack?
Some guys in this
No,
room.
I didn't.
They
I didn't
threw
say
out
that.
outlandish statements about Raheem Sterling. He's throwing in everyone's
Hey,
face.
man.
Whoever
Hey,
doubted
he
him.
Are you-
hasn't scored.
you're not talking about
Look
me.
at him.
I hope.
He's not talking.
Why
Are
are
you,
you
are you talking?
He's not
you
scoring
serious?
from outside the 18, though. That's the
No, no,
problem.
no,
Yeah,
no, no. Outside
that-
12.
that's a shame.
Outside 12. hey. Do we really have to get into this again? Do we have to get into this every single episode?
Every
But
time he scores,
Every
I
time
think
he
we're gonna-
scores, son, best
I feel
believe.
like we have new
We're gonna
episodes.
go to 25.
We have new people listening every week, so I got to
25,
explain myself every week just so they know. I said that he was going to be a fine player. He was going to be a great player,
Malarkey.
except for 2 things. One, he had creativity with the quick thinking pass and everything, and then shooting outside 12 yards.
Playing for Pep Guardiola. Quick thinking passing is all there. now.
That's what I'm saying. So
Finishing with
that,
his left foot,
and I've
too.
said multiple times, that has improved. Outside the 12 shooting,
How about the left foot finish?
that's
weak
one
foot.
time in like, a season and a half, 2
No, man, he
seasons.
finished the other week with the wide open goal. Hit it
So
with his
twice
left
in
foot.
2 years. Okay.
No, bro.
He was hating.
No, that's not hating. That's
Give
not
him some
hating.
love, man. Give him some
I
love.
have. I've given. Oh my goodness.
Reluctantly.
How is that reluctant?
Love. It's reluctant love.
I give him love all the time.
All right, all
Goodness.
right.
I pick him up in fantasy. You guys are always like, oh, look at it. Oh, Hussey picked up Sterling. Oh. Yeah, anytime
Because
I
you
say
hate him.
anything,
Because you hate him.
100%.
I don't hate him.
You always pick one guy off Manchester City. Yaya Toure. I love this guy, but secretly you hate him.
I love the fact that he just was just walking around the pitch a few times. It's just like, come on, man.
There he goes.
If he wasn't, he'd be playing right now.
What do you
I was
know?
disappointed, man. I picked up Sergio Aguero fantasy. I was like, Harry Kane's out. No, I'm gonna,
Zoom,
I'm gonna
Yo.
re.
How about
and,
Gabby? How
Gab-
about making Gabby captain?
Nah, I didn't do that.
No, I almost did it. I almost did it. I
good
think that was
option.
the logical thing to do.
There's all
Dude,
you can
right
trust
now,
is
no, man.
what KDB, Leroy Sané,
And
that's
David
it.
Sané.
Silva. That's it. Everyone else is gamble. Sterling has been scoring 7 goals in 7 games.
But
He's
doesn't
playing a
start.
part in- but
But-
doesn't start.
Yeah.
Sané's hot right now, but I thought, maybe Sterling will come in.
Nope.
Doesn't come in. So Jesus, I was like, I gotta keep him. I can't make a move. He plays, but like you can't,
You don't know.
man.
You just don't
It's
know.
too early in the season with Man City. He's got a brilliant rotation system going as far as keeping people fresh, but it's awful for fantasy.
Yeah. Okay, cool.
Cool.
No one had anything else to say?
Kyle Walker with the assist
Oh, what? Look, Walker's been doing a nice job, but he gets stupid yellows.
all the time.
Gets
Yeah, he
stupid cards. And it's like, why, dude? Why do you have to do that?
Why?
Because it's not like he goes into a challenge hard and like, no, he just does dumb things to get yellow cards.
Dude, De Bruyne Silva, very wasteful this game.
Dude, De Bruyne his 5-yard passes were even off.
He was
There's
way
a
off.
couple of throw-ins. He was putting them out of bounds, like in return passes.
You know
like
what that is?
Fatigue.
Fatigue, bro.
I captained.
He is human.
I captained
Yes.
KDB.
Ooh, zoom, zoom.
And it's just one of those things. I thought the midfield was just going to get annihilated. West Brom's midfield, because I don't think Barry is doing a very good job this year. I think Fletcher last year did much better than he did. I see a lot more holes in West Brom. It's not just him, obviously, but last year West Brom, in the last few years, West Brom defensively have been a lot better than they are today.
I think he's done a slightly better job than who was it, Jakub, a dude who was playing
Jakub,
the 6 for them. So
No, Fletcher was right there.
no, I'm talking about last year.
Yeah, last year Fletcher was there.
Yeah,
There was
Fletcher,
there was
Fletcher
another
just
dude.
left.
There was
Yeah,
another dude,
but Fletcher
what's
was
his name?
It was
like-
Fletcher and Jakob, though.
Yeah,
But
someone
yeah.
else. It was, that's
Yeah,
what I'm
but
talking
Barry
about.
was
Fletcher's
brought
gonna
in
be
for Fletcher.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like that leadership, the leadership type of player that's been in the league for a while. So it's just, He's not as good as Fletcher, I don't think, at leading a team.
He's older,
No,
he's
no,
slower,
he's
he's
not.
less.
Yeah.
But he's been. I mean,
Even in his
he played for Man
prime.
City.
Gets more yellow cards, obviously, than anybody in the
Gareth
league
Barry?
ever.
I think Lee Boyer's still leading that list.
Is he?
Probably.
Dude, the sign of a championship team, man, you're playing away from home against one of the staunch defenses in the Prem, and who gets a goal and an assist? You're number 6, dude. That's the productivity you need to win a championship, man. Like Tom was saying, if Lukaku doesn't score, someone else has to, cough up that goal. You have to.
After that J. Rodriguez equalizer, the bap, Sane scores, City off to the races. Nope. J. Rodriguez pegs him back. But that Fernandinho goal, crucial.
That was crucial.
That set the again. It was up. Nope. Man City's game. Like stop laughing, West Brom.
Gundogan isn't even back yet, guys.
No, well he came back. He came back,
on,
got
but
injured.
he's
not in
100%.
full
No, no.
fitness
He's not himself
and
yet, yeah.
full form. You know what I mean?
That's
So
scary,
that's
dude.
another guy they're
Bernardo-
bringing on. Bernardo Silva, you
Barely
about to
gets
say.
a look. Yeah.
I
This
think
team so deep.
I
But
feel like
you-
Gundogan's almost injury prone.
We'll
Like,
see,
he's
man.
barely played in 2 years that he's been the year and a half now.
Yeah.
He came back this year already. Subbed off. He subbed on, then subbed off with injury.
Yeah.
We'll see.
But if this guy can play consistently,
Dude, and to build on that point about productivity and goals coming from everywhere, you look at the top 10, man. You got, just for Man City, in second place, Raheem Sterling with 7, Sergio Aguero with 7, Leroy Sané in 5th place with 6, and Gabriel Jesus with 6 as well. You got 4 of your players, 4 of your front 3, which means that rotation guy who's the 4th guy is just as productive as the other 3 starters. That's why you can't predict fantasy, but this is how you win championships, man. These kind of
those
runs.
are the teams that win the league. And
Absolutely.
I was reading an interesting article on Sky Sports, and they were questioning whether this Manchester City team is the best ever team, or potentially the best ever team to play in the Prem.
Dude, so they
No.
this is the
Stats
this is
outrageous.
the
Stats.
best this is
But
the
what are you gonna
best
win?
start. This is the best start of any Premier League team in Premier League history. 28 points from 30 games. They're first right
30
now.
games,
Last
10
time 28 points from 30 points. Sorry.
Yeah.
28 points from 30 points.
9 wins, 1 draw.
Last time this happened was Chelsea. I think when Mourinho had the team, they went on to win the league, and
Even
it was
the
Man
Invincibles
City.
weren't like this.
Was Man City when they did it and went on to win the league. So they're on pace to be first, to win it, starting off at this hot pace. And they're playing so dominantly. That's the other thing.
That's
It's not
the
like,
thing.
they're getting lucky wins. They're running 60, 70% possession most of the game. It's
If
scary
they-
to watch, dude. Pep Guardiola, that's what
possession
he
is
man.
bullshit.
They're
Possession is
looking real.
bullshit in my book.
Not
It's all
for
it's
them,
all about
though.
winning titles.
Not for
No, I'm not saying if they can win the league, yes, best Man City team of all time. If they do not win the league, I still rate the team with Yaya Toure, Company in his prime, Aguero. That spine is better addition than this current crop.
I don't know, man.
Because what good is all this firepower if you don't bring it home?
Well,
that
I think
story's
we're
been told. They're still in the middle of this story.
Yeah,
Yeah,
So
no,
we'll
I'm saying,
see.
hey, we'll
see.
reassess
Yeah.
end of the season.
Yeah,
you
no,
know? But I still rate that team high because it was solid.
Yeah.
You could not break that team down. And there's still David Silva in there slipping balls. Aguero in his prime.
To tell-
Company in his
I'll
prime.
tell you what, when
Joe Hart in his prime.
Yeah.
When Man City win the league, I'll get you a Man City jersey. How about that?
Oh, so I can wipe my ass with it, hang next to the toilet.
Yeah,
Make a
but,
YouTube video.
Black
Be
guys-
one of those guys burning jerseys.
But I mean, last week I even said, without injuries, does Man City already have this league wrapped up?
No, because it's the
Hey,
Premier League.
It's not over.
Well,
yet.
it
They're
just
favorites.
that's just how dominant they have been this year. I mean, I was exaggerating a little bit, obviously, because with
Yeah.
the whole non-injuries, we don't know who's going to get injured. But you're getting 3-2 result against West Brom away with Aguero on the bench. Yeah, we don't need one of the best strikers in the world today.
He
Just
didn't
sit on the
even play.
bench.
Yeah, he didn't even come on at all. Yeah, it's absolutely crazy. Absolutely crazy. Man of the match,
Leroy Sané.
hands down.
Leroy.
It has to be Sane. I was gonna look at Fernandinho, but that his goal was a little deflection. I'm not sure about
Yeah,
that.
you got
So,
lucky.
but that first goal by Sane, oh
Missile.
my God!
Rocket.
Mane.
Get it off his left foot if you're defending him.
Speaking of Mane,
If you can,
let's get into it. Liverpool 3, Huddersfield 0. Man, best friend
Mane
beating
played?
up on best friend. No, but Mane's team played. Salah
It's
was out
Mane
there
pool.
doing it.
This should be Mane pool.
It should, for the most part. It
I
should.
wouldn't say that because Salah has been the
It's
better of
actually
the
Salah
two
pool.
players.
It's Salah pool this year, man. Where's Coutinho?
Dude, fuck Mo Salah. This guy's an asshole.
Oh yeah,
He
because
hates, bro.
This guy's
Al
straight
Cap
up
Al captained him
asshole.
for fantasy.
Took a -4 hit. pick this guy up, give him the armband, gets a penalty, and then he decides to miss it.
All right,
And had a few other chances as well, man.
I know he had a couple chances. He got the assist.
He got
I think
the
he
assist.
got 4 points, so I got 8 at the
Yeah,
end.
me
So I got
too,
4 if you
You
minus
had
the
like
4.
12 or so.
You know, you'll never walk alone. Get it?
Yeah.
'Cause it's Liverpool. No, okay.
Okay.
That was
Well,
all right, Huss.
anyways, let's jump into it real quick. I mean, the possession was 73% to 27. I mean, it was obviously just Liverpool jumping all over Huddersfield, but they just weren't able to get that goal at the first half. It was just like, what's going on? Well, just shoot the ball on net. Just get that last pass under control. Get that last touch under control. And then finally, they were pretty much gifted a penalty. Not gifted, because it was the right call, because Firmino basically had his whole shirt ripped off of him in the box.
That was a good
And the
call.
commentator, when you watch the game, he actually said, said something about Liverpool getting lucky because Firmino's not even in that play. But Matip heads the ball in the direction of Firmino, so if Firmino's not touched, he can just tap that ball in.
You're right about that. I just think the point he was making was that he wasn't in a position to win that ball, but it doesn't matter.
Yeah.
You can foul someone off the ball, and it's still a foul, right? Potential red card, depending on how violent it is. But
he was right there anyways.
There was no way Huddersfield was going to beat 2 giants in a row. They beat Man United last week. Thought I was going to let that go. No, I didn't. So there's no way, especially at Anfield, that they were going to beat Liverpool after coming off beating Manchester United. So for them, I think this is one of those losses you take with a grain of salt. It did take Danny Sturridge, though, to open up their defense.
No, fuck Sturridge. Let's go back to the penalty.
Whoa.
Why is Salah? I know Salah is the hot foot right now. It's James fucking Milner. James fucking Milner is on the field. He takes the penalties.
No, he missed a PK.
Yeah, he hasn't taken one since he missed it.
Yeah, man, that's
so
how it works.
rotation has started
Yeah,
over.
that's how
No.
it works.
So you get
No.
to the back of the line.
I
Next
give
one,
Tr-
Salah won't take it because he missed.
I
Firmino.
I
No.
never swear.
Well, I know. That's how big this issue is. James Milner was on the field.
I'm with Hussey on this because even if James Milner misses 1 out of 10 or
I agree.
15, dude,
Out
the
of
guy
25?
is a sniper. Like, this guy is so concentrated at penalties. I mean, Salah just
a
blasted it
trait.
down the middle.
It's a disrespect of the penalty ability or the penalty
Especially when
taking
Salah-
trait. Like, yeah, just because you miss doesn't mean you're not clinical. It's just how many times you miss.
But
and
also-
Milner missed once in what, like 20 PKs?
At least,
Give it back
at least
to him.
double
not
digits.
not only that,
Give it back
but
to him.
this was almost a replica of the penalty that Salah did for Egypt.
It's blasted.
He scored because the
Yeah.
goalie went the other way. It
It's a
wasn't
terrible PK,
Yeah, it wasn't
yeah.
really good. He was just with pace, and it's.
I don't
I love those
I don't get why they
penalties.
don't put him just in training. Just work on hitting the side netting.
But that's
Like,
what James
No,
Milner
the-
does.
The best,
That's James
the best
Milner
penalties, man. If you can
kisses the post.
No,
kisses it, licks it.
it does, man. It's
If you can
unsavable.
smash a ball as hard as you can, it goes in. It's the best feeling because I didn't know.
Yeah,
I
it is.
just- I
Yeah,
just-
it is.
No,
Yeah,
it's-
it is.
No, it's hilarious.
Like Frankie Lamb's
Just,
free kick
yeah.
challenge.
Yeah.
Jamie
Knocking
Vardy
people
over
out.
here. We just smash it down the
Kick it as hard as you can. How's he gonna attest
Well,
to that?
there was one game
Boot
that I lined up at the half line in indoors, and the ref was like, "Who's taking the shot?" I'm like, "It's me." He goes, "You can't stand that far back." I'm like, "Why not?" He's like, "You're gonna hit it too hard." So I'm like, "Fine." So I start like jogging up to the line, like, "All right, I'm coming," and then I start sprinting, and I boot the thing. And I remember being sick that day, and I just randomly played. I had these Vans on, the Van shoes, and it was a
With
huge
Vans
toe. I hit the ball.
Toe
I
bumped it.
annihilated the ball. It had to be at least 7 miles an hour. It was just, 70. Has to be. I killed the thing.
What's that
You
clown?
scored.
And so I
Internationals.
remember talking to someone. They're like, "Were you trying to like just toe it up the middle?" I'm like, "Nah, dude. I had no idea where I was gonna hit the ball."
You know,
Because
I'm
the thing
running
is, I
It's
told
like
him.
an MLS player,
I told him.
MLS
Well,
PKs
look,
out.
Your bread and butter was
it
still
was no, it wasn't. That's for it. Well, but it was indoor. So
That's
I'm like,
nutting,
look.
actually.
Yeah.
I go, look. I mean, if I don't know where the ball is going, how does the goalie? So I just fucking
That's
blasted.
the worst PK strategy I've ever
Man.
heard.
It was only
So
that
happy
one.
that
Hey,
Huss
it was
is a
it was
coach.
it was
Right.
only that one time. It was that only one time.
Just
Hey
kick
man,
it
we're
as hard
definitely
as
gonna
you
make
can.
it. World
was the
Cup
finals. I
2022.
scored-
Here we come.
No
It was the
technique.
finals. We won 2-0. I scored
Hey,
two
this
goals.
is your chance to talk about Liverpool, and you don't want to talk about yourself.
No.
Pick
Oh,
one.
that's great.
Pick one.
That's a great,
No.
great shout out.
Gigi Wijnaldum, Wiji.
Best goal
I had
in
him
this
in
game.
daily fantasy.
If you, that's a great pickup. This guy I would have loved at United because this guy is a complete footballer. So we always read about this guy. He's got dangles. He's got work rate. He's got the eye for a pass, eye for goal. If you had him against United, I think we would have lost that game easily. Just overpowered in midfield.
Absolutely.
I think Klopp said it himself.
Yeah, no,
But
dude's nice.
His goal was just a missile.
Bro, how do you
this
hit
guy is-
like the roof of the net inside the box?
Dude,
That's
you know how hard he kicked
ridiculous.
it?
Goalie had no chance.
I do actually have a confession. I missed all 3 goals. When I watched the game,
You fell
I missed
asleep?
I missed all 3 goals because at halftime I just turned on FIFA, check the Ultimate Team real quick.
Jesus, I
I
thought
came
this was
back.
a real life thing.
I
Yeah,
came
thought
back.
it was legit.
Who
I-
plays
I-
FIFA during the?
No, at
the game?
halftime. So I come back.
Watch the analysis.
I come back. I was like, oh crap. Fast forward. Oh no, I missed the shot. Then I go out, just get a cup of tea. Come back. They scored.
Say.
I go out for another cup of tea. I come back. They scored again. I missed all 3 goals, and I watched the goddamn game.
That's terrible.
Good, cool story, bro.
I
Roberto Firmino getting a rare goal. First goal since August with a header off a corner kick. Poor marking, but hey.
didn't we
What's
call
up with
that
the
fantasy
celebration
talk?
though? Was it like
You look
Oh,
like
we
a
don't know.
a karaoke,
drunken master,
a
maybe.
stumble? What-
Drunk master Jackie Chan?
I honestly never understand his
he
celebrations.
I
does.
like that he does different stuff though. Him and probably Mikel Antonio. Mikel Antonio is the best
I
celebration.
cannot wait to
in
talk
the
about
league.
Antonio.
Oh
He's
my
got-
God,
he's got the
what
best
an idiot
celebration
he
in the
is.
league.
Cannot wait to talk about
But
Antonio.
yeah, we'll get there. But I don't know what was up with the celebration. Maybe it's something on the inside. Interesting one.
He always
It's
does something
Liverpool.
weird.
It's Liverpool. Clavin played. Should have been Lovren. They would have lost if he played. Pulled
Well,
up injured. I
Lovren.
think he like deliberately injured himself because I don't think this
so?
guy. I don't think this
He
guy
wasn't
wanted to
about
play.
this life,
This guy
dude.
did not want to play this
Come
game,
on, really? You think so?
dude. Would you want to play this game, big?
Yes.
Ref or coach.
I don't think
No.
you should be at this level if you don't want to play in every single game.
When you
Like,
suck that bad, sometimes it's
No,
better.
I
Hey,
go
I'm gonna
championship.
take a seat.
No,
look
I
at
truly-
the
the coach-
collect
the coach
my
should-
thoughts, center myself.
The coach should bench you. The coach should absolutely bench you. You should leave it to the coach. But
Yeah,
you
well, I think you
yourself-
should want to bounce back.
You should yourself should be like, Coach, put me right back into the game. If I get knocked out, I get right back up, and I'm gonna get up again. You're never gonna keep me down.
You want to keep going with that?
I was thinking about it. I don't want to sing though.
I just
No.
have one last note. Alex Oxlade-Chamberlain. I don't know why he went to Liverpool. Still can't start. Still can't find the
Hey,
field.
Ox.
It's rough, man.
Milner's starting over you.
Yeah, when James Milner is starting over you
Against Huddersfield.
against Huddersfield, like you got problems, man. We'll see if he plays in Champions League if they're saving his legs for the rotation, but Klopp hates to rotate. We'll see.
Man of the match.
James Milner.
It very well could be.
Should have had his PK.
He still got an assist. Guy is always involved. Assist on the corner kick, and that was a decisive goal. I think the Firmino really killed it.
I'm actually going with Firmino.
Me too.
Firmino. And, even after that penalty, just real quick, Henderson misses the shot, hits the post. I mean,
post,
dude, if you want to be the captain of Liverpool, you got to put that ball in the net.
Easy, bro.
No, not easy.
Dude, there was like 3 guys converging on him. He scuffed it.
PK
Like he got the
rebound.
fact that he got a shot
And
on
he's a
target.
number 6.
This is why.
Okay.
This is why
I don't care.
Naby Keita is coming to take his spot. Jordan Henderson. He's
Later,
coming for that spot.
later, Hendo.
Unless if Chan's leaving, then Kieta's taking
Chan to
Chan's.
what?
John's
Juve.
going to Germany. Oh, Juve, actually.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Italy.
And it's time for the Goonads. The Gooners.
Gooners, too.
Again, fielding the Trident.
Scary at first.
Scary, but
Yeah, Arsenal 2, Swansea 1.
it wasn't looking too good, man. It wasn't looking too good when it initially started.
Klukas.
Yeah, Klukas, man.
Klukas!
Getting that goal made us
Hussey,
nervous, man.
Tiger.
Made us nervous, dude. Tammy Abraham involved as well. This guy, he's
He's productive
ready.
this
he's
year,
gonna
huh?
jettison if they go
Tammy
down.
is ready, man.
He's gonna jettison
ready.
if they go down. He's got to go somewhere in at least the bottom 10. Maybe
No, but
top-
he's on
maybe
loan
top-
at Isn't he from loan? He's on loan from Chelsea, right?
Yeah, he's
Oh, is he?
he's a Chelsea
Yeah.
player.
Damn.
Look, I don't think he's Chelsea ready, man. I think he needs another loan under his belt.
I just think he's ready to
I don't think
play
he'll ever be.
game in, game out. That's all I mean when
Not
I
for
say
Chelsea,
he's ready.
though.
Chelsea,
I don't think ever.
Not
Mid-table
yet.
team.
Not yet.
Mid-table team.
right? Just play him. Just give him burn.
Everton.
He needs
a good
a
loan.
Lukaku career.
Yeah, man.
Play at a mid-range club for a
Carry
few
that
years.
team for 2 or 3
develop
years.
yourself.
Yeah.
Willie Zaha's doing it at Palace.
Yeah, he
Need to
might
play.
bounce back into top
That's
six.
the key.
Falcao's doing it again at Monaco.
Yeah.
Just need to play.
Yeah.
No, but
Consistently.
Tammy plays, man. Wherever he goes, he plays. That's why they keep sending him out on loan. They play this guy. So against Swansea, who are they going to put in? Bonnie? Like, they don't have options. So,
Yeah, put in Bonnie.
no, bro. Don't put in Bonnie. Bonnie's
that's
Will
my
Fried.
That's my boy, Bonnie Wilfred. But Kolasinac, man, who's
Dude, fuck this guy.
he might be
Gotta
the
kidding
best left back in the league right now. I mean,
me. He's solid.
he's so
I like him too.
dude. He doesn't get beat 1-on-1. Whips in a ball. I mean, this guy, man, he
What
can
happened to
score.
He's the answer. He's the answer to Kolarov.
What happened to Chelsea?
No, he's the answer to Kolarov. Beast, left foot cannon,
a robot, bro.
just goes forward through walls.
Bosnian in that
Juggernaut
kind of
style.
area, that general
Eastern Bloc
area.
blood.
Yeah,
he's
man.
an animal.
I'm so mad at
Yeah.
myself. I'm 3 weeks too late on this guy because I was looking at him for the Burnley matchup in 3 game weeks because I didn't want to pick him up in fantasy, then have to face City and Spurs. So I was looking at that dude. I'm like, nah, he's not gonna do much in this game. Well, he could, but maybe just like 6 points. I didn't know he's gonna go off.
Yeah, he's a beast. He's an absolute beast. I love the signing. We need more players like this. Physical guys.
Heart.
Who, exactly, they have heart. They have that mentality.
Who actually want to be at Arsenal?
But once again,
Cojones?
I'm just going to ignore that. Once again,
Cojones?
the defense, man. The defense is always a concern when it comes to Arsenal. At home.
Koscielny, man.
You can't
Koscielny
play
Oh,
three
gets
at the back.
bodied.
3 at the back, man.
Yeah.
He gets bodied off Tammy Abraham. That assist that comes from him.
Like Pear just
Pear's
very
just
slow,
Pear.
almost.
Dude, you
he
should've got
almost
punished.
caused a goal against IU. It was
He's a World Cup
It was
winner.
scary.
Whoa.
There was-
So
yeah.
wasn't Claverson. All right, Claverson won a World Cup.
Hey, Cleverson was influential in that World Cup final.
1 game.
Hey, biggest game.
Biggest game.
Don't hate on Cleverson. How
Just
dare
saying.
you?
Djemba Jemba.
How dare you?
Jemba.
Jemba.
Love that guy.
Underground right there.
Love that guy.
Underground name as
No,
well.
Mertesacker, no doubt, World Cup winner experience. But dude, like he already has his eyes on retirement.
Dude,
like
I don't
he,
want
he's
him
like,
to
he may
play.
as well be retired.
Yeah, he benefited from having a strong team in front of him. He's a good player, but you isolate him one-on-one, he gets roasted 8 out of 10 times. He's just not physically
Dude,
capable.
you
but
play
he's
to his
smart.
feet. You play to his feet. He'll still lose it because he's so slow.
Yeah, but he's a smart player, man. He reads the game very well. He seems to be a leader. The guys in the locker room seem to like him. I think he's just a peaceful guy.
He's just
Goes about his
Peaceful guy.
business.
he is,
Yeah.
but that's the thing.
Pacifist.
Is he'll listen to
He is a
Wenger.
pacifist.
He's the company guy.
Yeah,
He
that's why they're hiring
he
him.
loves
Yeah.
Arsenal.
Yeah, bro,
That's
he's
why they're hiring him.
doing his little coaching thing back there. Like
Licenses, yep.
yeah, man. I think he's a guy who, when he retires, he'll have a coaching job. He'll be, and somehow he'll be involved with
like,
Arsenal.
yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
No, he is.
He already is,
Yeah,
yeah.
he already is.
Yeah.
Because his
Yeah,
eyes
So
set
he's
on him.
retiring. This is his last season, and then he's
Yeah, I
going
mean,
to take over at Arsenal.
Official,
Like,
man.
yeah.
And
But I was surprised to see Mertesacker still in the middle. I thought Koscielny would take the middle, Bellerin would be right next to him, and then have like a Wobie or someone take out on the outside.
Arsenal doesn't play youth.
Yeah.
yeah, we do.
Wobie's the only guy you guys play, and then Narsing,
Or
everyone's
Bro,
Bro, you
Walcott.
were watching
Whatever
the
happened to
Carabao
Walcott?
Cup and the Europa
Walcott's
League. We
injured.
play our youth.
No,
that's
he's on the
only
bench.
time.
Oh, he's
What I'm
coming
saying
back.
is
He was
Wobie
injured, now he's
still
coming
got
back.
to look against
Swansea.
Swansea.
We play our youth.
Swansea.
Chelsea doesn't play their youth.
Just
No, they
scraped by
don't.
Swansea.
No,
That's-
they don't.
That's full stop. Look, I'm glad Aaron Ramsey and Mesut Ozil are feeling it.
They are,
These guys, Ramsey especially, he's in great form right now.
One
Killing
game.
Wish Lacazette could have gotten a goal.
Dude.
There were a lot of people I'm sure who picked him up for this game.
Picked him up,
Captained him.
captained him,
Oh no, that's never happened again, is it?
and talked my wife into it as well.
Oh, you dragged her down with you.
Dragged her down.
This
But
is-
I-
hey, this
but
is
I
for
talked
having
her into
Harry Kane
Jones,
last
though.
week.
I talked her into Jones.
Why you-
No, it's justice.
That's what you get.
It's justice.
Why are you talking into anybody? Let her do her own team.
She does.
Poisoning
She
the
listens
mind.
to our show. Like, she asked me questions. Why wouldn't I?
That's wifey, man.
Why would I guide?
You just
my-
dragged her down with Lacazette. I mean, it's actually a pretty good shout with against Swansea. But
And I
But
got
you-
her the Jonesy shot. I told her to
but
play
you
Jonesy,
picked
and he
you
got a
picked
clean
him up
sheet.
right
You got 9
before
points.
that they're playing City and Spurs. So now what are you gonna do
Yeah, drop him.
What
for
you gonna
Kane.
do?
Drop him for Kane.
if he comes back?
Who was your captain this week?
My captain was KDB, Kevin De Bruyne.
You dragged yourself down.
Nah,
Yeah, I mean, either way.
no. Who
Either
who
way,
they have
man.
coming up? Because you
Either
know
way.
what, that was.
Yeah, either way, you're having a mare, Huss.
Man,
Having a
Arsenal.
mare.
Oh my God, yeah, I am.
I don't know what to do, man. I don't know what to do about this team. They're not a convincing team. When we get wins, it's like a breath of relief.
Tom, it's a roller coaster.
Oh, my God.
It's a roller coaster. It's that LVG days. It's the David Moyes days for United where you have 2 or 3 good games. Like, okay, we can put this run together, and then boom, you crash and lose to some no-name team. It's a devastating position for Arsenal to be in. But I think the plus side, Ozil and Sanchez look up for it.
Yeah.
They might be leaving, but it's not showing in their play, and that was always a factor, especially with Ozil's work rate. or
Just be a
lack thereof.
professional. Be a
They are
professional.
absolutely consummate professionals. I got to applaud them for that. I know it's not saying much. They're getting paid hundreds and thousands of dollars, but still, man, it's crazy that they're playing this well. Like it's
I
almost
just-
sad that they might leave.
What I think needs to happen first at Arsenal is I think the atmosphere at the Emirates. There needs something has to be done about that. I think every
You need a
game.
fan section.
Well, it's such a popular club that like we see a lot of tourists coming to Arsenal game. There's not a lot of. I feel like there's not a lot of like diehard
It's
people.
London, yeah. It's a poshy London club.
You know how like most stadiums have that like fan section.
Yeah, yeah.
You know what I mean?
The
like,
Stretford end.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Where all the hardcore fans
cop.
are, and that's who like dictates the chants in the stadium sometimes, or for the most part. And there's drums at Leicester. They have those clappers or whatever it is. Palace is nuts, dude.
Oh.
Like we need Arsenal needs something like that.
From Palace too.
Portsmouth.
Yeah, Portsmouth. You're right.
The guy
You're
was
right.
there every game, no shirt, rain or shine, winter, summer.
We have our guy like that, Bully. This dude, Bully, man, looks like a pirate.
Bully?
He's the man. He's
What
the
a
absolute
loser.
man, bro.
Yeah, I bet.
Yeah, you'd like him if you saw him.
Probably. He's probably a maniac.
Exactly.
probably the only maniac
Straight.
at Arsenal. I think one of the biggest mistakes you guys made was going to the Emirates. You know, I mean, you had to leave Highbury. It housed, like 23,000, under 30. You needed that 60,000 capacity to really, for the revenue. But the design, I think there was design flaws. Like, I came to see Spurs' new stadium. It's supposed to be very close to the pitch, like White Hart Lane. Close to the pitch. Fans are on top of the field, you know. Where Emirates, it's like an Olympic style, where it's very
Well, look at West Ham.
Well,
Same thing
West
happened
Ham
to them.
it's an Olympic stadium, you know.
Yeah. Well, we still have the best stadium in England, barring Wembley. You know,
Old
It's
Trafford, bro. What are you
What
talking
about?
bro. In terms
Emirates
of
is the best.
the pitch. Oh, it's the best pitch in the league.
What are you
Get
talking
outta
about?
here,
It's
dude.
the best.
Leicester
pitch in the
City.
league. No,
Leicester City.
Just because they
Come
cut
on.
the grass fancy doesn't make it.
Old Trafford pitch.
Dude, what I do want to
Delicious.
really speak about
Yeah.
quickly is Arsenal. They had this meeting. It's
Board meeting?
shareholders meeting. So they invited all the shareholders.
Were you there?
No, I couldn't make it. I was coaching.
Should have phoned in.
But I would have made a quick flight and let Kroenke give him a piece of my mind. But basically, Stan Kroenke, the majority owner, was there. Sir Chips Keswick, who was an absolute dickhead, was there. Wenger was there. He spoke, and basically, man, they framed this forum, and they fill in questions, right? And all the owners and the board members, they know the questions prior to being asked. They basically read through them. The main issue was how Sir Chips Keswick was basically just treating fans like shit there, asking them questions. He was just being short with them. And it shows me that the direction of this club is going south. Like, there was a vote basically to keep Keswick in the Arsenal board and Stan Kroenke's son in the board. And the people who were there voted against it. But because Stan Kroenke owns 67% of the club, his vote is counted per share. So obviously he's able to rule on that decision. But just wanted to give that information out and get a quick take from you guys.
Well,
What do you guys think about the direction of Arsenal, man?
Well, what about Hussey?
What about Hussey?
The guy from Arsenal, Hussey. What the hell's his name? I'm looking for it now. The guy involved is like Hussein Hussey or something. He's on the Arsenal board.
He's
sabotaging you
like-
guys.
No way.
Sabotaging you guys.
Distinct cousin. Distinct cousin of us.
He's gonna revolutionize that team. But I mean, that's crazy. Imagine having a job where you know your dad owns it, and you know that nobody wants you there except your dad.
And I think it's because of your dad that no one wants you
Yeah,
there.
like you're walking around the office, you know that
didn't say
no
a
one
word.
likes you.
Kroenke, by the way, didn't say a word, which he doesn't have to, but he literally sat there, and people were like, talk, say something. We're asking you a question. The dude just stared.
Just looked at him.
Stared.
Maybe you didn't sign up
Like,
for
no,
that, man.
peasants. No, I'm not going to.
Yeah. Hey, man. I don't know. I don't know what to say. It's
Where does
It's
Arsenal
tough.
go from here? Where do you see Arsenal in 5 years? It's a better
Championship.
club.
Look, I don't think Arsenal's that far from it, man. I know we freak out and we attack them. I haven't won anything in a long time. I love to give you that jab, but you look at the stability of this club, man. It's just all about ambition, and the board doesn't care about winning trophies. They care about top four and keeping it going. So, I think, man, it's once they get rid of Wenger, I think you'll see some new energy in there. You'll see some new blood. You guys aren't that far off. This year you finally spent some money. It's coming together. If you had locked down Sanchez and Ozil before, this whole thing happened, you'd be in a better position, make the right signings. I think the key is just getting a new manager, man. I think you're
Not a
fine.
new
You're not that
owner.
far
Listen to
from it.
the ego on this man. And this man, I don't mean Martial, I mean Arsene Wenger, Hussey. He said this past week that he fears a Brexit-like repercussion if he steps down from the Arsenal managing position. Brexit
It might be possible, man.
hole.
He's been there for over 20 years. You look at like the
But
loyalty. Some people are Wenger guys. Like
Dude,
some people on that
a man-
board in the background are Wenger guys. And
But a man like Jose, a man like Alex Ferguson, many other managers, they would feel they're doing a disservice to their club if they're not winning trophies.
we don't
And
know
hey,
that.
listen,
we don't
we
know
don't know that because we're speaking. We don't know the inside
I don't
their
think
minds.
any of those managers have ever talked themselves out of a gig, dude. They're not. You don't get to that level and talk. You fight until it's up to the Arsenal board
Yeah.
to kick him out. It's not up
They're
to
not going
Wenger to
because he
step
makes the
down.
money. But here's the thing: is Wenger might be in a precarious situation here where he may actually be the good guy. Because if you look at the state of the board, it's shocking.
Wenger
They
might
don't-
be stuck in the
yeah,
middle.
Wenger might everyone goes at Wenger and it's Wenger out, but the owners may not be providing him with the necessary money.
He might be identifying players and then just like, yeah, we're
Apparently-
not
Who
spending-
makes,
Apparently
who makes the team sheet though?
Dude, apparently we wanted to get Antoine Griezmann. Like Wenger was like, "This is my guy. Let's
And
get
he's French,
Griezmann."
too.
And then reportedly it was like, "Nope, we're not going to sign him." So that's where the signing of Lucas Perez came from. It was a panic buy. So it might not all be Wenger. He may be the guy who's actually keeping the thing going, which is why if
I can't
he
wait to
does
read his
leave, then
book.
we'll know what the problem is, who the problem is.
I can't wait to read his book when he retires.
Behind the
just to
scenes.
listen. Obviously, he's not going to go into throwing too much mud, but
He
just to
protects
think,
them, dude.
before this game, I got in a meeting and this was said, like, you know what I mean, like that kind of stuff. It's going to be fascinating.
Well, the next 5 years, like you said, it's make or break almost for
Yeah.
Arsenal because you bring up a couple managers who you really like. Simeone is definitely one of them.
That's my guy.
But if Simeone is reading the newspaper, if his agent is, if they're watching this, does he want to go to a team with a board like that?
Never.
No. Klopp went to Liverpool because he had pretty much control of whatever he wanted. And Arsenal pretty much has to do that. Once Arsenal leaves, Arsenal basically have to hand over the keys to a manager like a Simeone and hand him everything, or they get Eddie Howe. You know what I mean? They have to hand.
Who's a yes man?
Yeah, exactly.
He would be a yes man, and that's no disrespect to Eddie Howe. It's just that
He's not Simeone.
coming from the.
You don't have the
position he's coming
reputation
from,
to
He'd have
overrule
to
the board.
almost be
Yeah.
a yes man.
Antonio Conte would have already went to Italy if he was at Arsenal. He would have already quit this year probably.
He would have already
he's
won a
about
league
to leave
too.
this year, dude. I would love to see Antonio Conte leave midway through this season.
I'd be
With all the
sick,
talks
crash and
of
burn,
now
huh?
they're talking
What a crash
Ancelotti.
and burn.
Ancelotti back to Chelsea. He's getting upset about that. He already said he wants to go back to Italy.
You know how bad I want Ancelotti at Arsenal.
That's
I don't know if he's your
I
guy.
would
Look.
love to see him at Arsenal so you
love
can
that.
see
For-
this man exposed.
couple things.
Yeah.
First, does Ancelotti want to manage anymore? But Arsenal, you can
course.
take a look at
What
him.
else is he gonna do?
Because
He
if
said he's not coming back
I mean-
this season, but
I was gonna say, even if I was Liverpool, I would offer money just for this season, just to come and be a director
yeah,
on
he
the
doesn't
board.
want to do that.
Just be an
So wait,
advisor.
what does that say to Klopp? Then?
Exactly.
No, be an advisor. Work with
But
him.
what does it say to Klopp?
No, not to be the.
As soon as you mess up, we got this.
Or you're not good enough. We need to bring someone else
To
who happens
supervise
to work
you.
in your
To
field
advise.
to
Yeah.
advise you. Not to manage you, but to advise you, which is the same thing.
We're still,
Nah,
on,
to a
we're
point.
still
don't
on
do that.
Arsenal. Still on Arsenal.
Yeah, let's
Man
wrap
of
it
the
up,
match.
man. Well, by the way,
Man of the match.
Petr Cech needs to learn the De Gea tactic of dropping that knee, getting 5 holds.
Too
So
old.
hardcore, dude.
It's too old.
Oh my
Uh,
God,
man
Shaq.
of the match.
Old dog, new tricks. Sayad, Kolasanic,
Agreed.
goal and an assist.
Agreed.
That's first name Sayad.
That's right.
Yeah, it has to be him.
Yeah,
Has to be him.
unanimous.
Great goal too.
Hell yeah,
Great
man.
goal. Love that guy's left foot.
Great
Deadly.
You love his shoulders.
I do.
Bournemouth
So
0,
Yeah.
Chelsea 1. Hazard finally shows out, man. First goal of
Hazard.
the season.
Can't say the D.
Azab. That was a
I mean,
bullshit
dude,
goal
he was
too.
He was a nightmare.
A bullshit
Oh,
goal.
near post.
Near post. Begovic, what are you doing,
That was
son?
a favor. That was a
What
favor.
are you doing? Was it old
Training ground
teammate
favor.
favorite? You
Yeah.
played against this guy for years. You know his tricks. He didn't even look up. He just put it near post.
But with playing for him for years, he might have been fooled because he.
He always goes across.
back
He
to
always
the
goes
right
across.
foot, right? He
Yeah.
always goes back to the right foot. So he was already on his ass as Hazard was taking the shot.
Dude,
was
you
off
couldn't.
balance.
He could not have struck that ball any sweeter. It didn't. I don't think it moved in the air. It was just. It was like his toe.
Mm.
It was a perfect strike. Credit to him. Chelsea played well, dominated,
Yeah,
but
question, though.
Bournemouth had their chances.
Yeah, it was 1-0.
Chelsea were sloppy in possession in their own third.
Why the hell's Michi Batshuayi not getting the start?
Oh,
Why is Batshuayi not getting the start?
He's ready to start. Is
What
he
is this
Conte?
bullshit?
Is he?
Because they didn't spend 70 mil on him, man.
No,
'Cause-
look,
but
Morata's
look,
nice.
you gotta
Look,
play
Morata
Morata.
Morata's
absolutely,
nice.
he was a bit cowish in this game, but he created his chances, man. He was absolutely twinkle toes out there, close control,
He was cowish.
rolling people,
No, he-
muscle, but just couldn't finish.
Could not finish, but you have a man who's in fine form and finishing form, and you're playing against Bournemouth as well.
away.
Maybe it's
if you're
Champions
playing-
League.
Maybe if you're playing again.
Saving him for Champions
he's gonna
League.
start him in Champions League.
Dude, Morata got robbed on
Good setup.
one of those shots. Begovic off like the bicep or his forearm. Incredible
Yeah,
save.
that was a great
Incredible
save,
save. That was a guaranteed goal if it wasn't for that.
But he also missed the net in the other one where Begovic gave the ball right to Chelsea,
Yeah.
and that was like, come on, like,
It was a dud.
I'm not even want to get into it.
Dude,
That frustrated me to see that.
Defoe off at halftime.
Hooked.
Oy, oy, oy.
Are we seeing this?
Is Bournemouth heading into a battle?
They're in bottom
Bournemouth
three.
are
in a
battle?
battle. Swansea's in a battle.
Everton.
Palace has
But
good
do you-
momentum, but
do
they're
you
still
see?
in that battle.
Do you see Bournemouth coming out? Basically, the real relegation battle, guys, starts around Christmas time. If you're in the bottom three, right after that December, January
Only one
run,
team has made it off the bottom at Christmas.
that's when you know you're in a relegation battle. Right now, you're sort of like hovering around because most of the teams are pretty tight. You win 2 games, you could jump right out of there. But do you see Bournemouth jumping out of there anytime soon?
No, man. I'm looking at it. Palace all the way at the bottom. Bournemouth right there. Everton, who I think will eventually get it together
Okay.
and just make it. Then you have Swansea City and West Ham. And the further I go up, I
You don't see any way they're going to steal
the way
points.
the way the newly promoted teams are playing, Brighton and Hove Albion, whose name I hate, but I love that they have heart and I actually kind of like their uniforms. Huddersfield beating teams like Man United, Newcastle finding a way to get results in the top 10 right now. I don't think any of the new teams go down.
Okay.
I see some of the old teams going down.
To be fair, if we recall Hull City Tigers, the first time they came to the Prem, they were like top 4 after the first month of games. Like
Yeah, they
top,
killed
they were
it.
crazy.
Yeah.
And they got relegated that year.
First
You
month
know?
or first 2 months?
It was they were in the top half of the table, then they dropped down, and the decline continued until they got
Yeah, look,
relegated. So like
It's possible.
Watford could have a dive. I'm not saying they will, but any team can immediately drop.
But Hudders is in 13th with 12 points, and Brighton is in 12th with 12 points, and Bournemouth sits with 7, only 5 points beyond. That's 2 quick wins, and
And I'm
they're
looking
out
at
of
the
there.
talent and how you're playing.
Yeah, that's true.
Well, if you're talking about talent, let's not forget that for Bournemouth, Callum Wilson, he's coming back. He's huge for Bournemouth when he's
How long is he going to be in?
That's the problem. He's injury prone, but Josh King, if he can recreate what he did at the end of last year, he took Bournemouth on his back for the most part.
Yeah, he did.
He
Yeah,
needs to step up again this year. He's basically Bournemouth's Sigurdsson.
Dude, out of if we had a EPL team of the year, last year Josh King was a super sub. He was the
Yeah.
first guy
Solskjaer
probably off
guy,
the
yeah.
bench.
12th man.
And this year, 12th man. This year, he's disappeared. I don't know what's going on.
Back injury.
Yeah, good call. That's
Dude,
why.
another piece
That
of
back.
drama that I see starting for Conte, and it sucks. He subs off Pedro, and Pedro walks off very unhappy, scowl on his face.
Man can't get on 90 minutes.
Can't finish that. I don't understand why, man. It's not like they subbed on a defender for him, So, is that another player who's going to be unhappy he can't play 90? Or did he pull him off because he's going to play him Champions League? Like,
Maybe.
there's a storm brewing at Chelsea, man, and hopefully Conte can figure it out before it really gets out of control.
And who went on from
But,
Drinkwater, right?
Danny Drinks.
I mean, Pedro needs to play. He's too good to be sitting on the
Way
bench.
too talented, and he's 30, so he's got experience. He's quote-unquote in his prime. Like, he might not be playing his best football in his career, but, like, maturity-wise, physicality-wise, he's in his prime. He's the guy who
He's so
can
clinical, bro.
lead this team. He can finish left foot, right foot.
He's so clinical.
He's absolutely clinical. So, man, you don't want him unhappy. And he seems like one of the nicest dudes ever in the team. Always works hard. Always does it for the team. Takes the right option, not the selfish option. You can't have that guy upset as well.
He made some decent plays during the game too. There's a couple times. I think there was even a head flick. I'm not sure if he was going to goal or he went on to another play, but
N'Golo?
A what flick?
N'Golo?
head flick. Like he's
Oh,
flicking
head-
the ball
okay.
with his head. I mean, he didn't score. He didn't get the assist. So the numbers and the stats aren't there, but he still looked good enough to play finish out the game.
Dude, when you have competition like this, Willian coming off your bench, Danny Drinks, Michi Batshuayi coming off the bench. It's gonna be tough to get a full 90.
I don't think Pedro and Danny Drinks are in the same level.
No,
Different positions,
Yeah.
too.
Willian is.
Just going back to Bournemouth's chances of survival. Yes, they are second off the bottom, but you look at the games they've played. 1-0 to Chelsea is not a bad result, and they could have nicked one.
Yeah, you're
They
right.
shouldn't have given up that goal. Should have walked away with the points. They lost to City at the Etihad 1-0. They lost to Spurs 1-0 away to Spurs. They haven't lost by a large margin. They got pumped by Arsenal 3-0. Fair enough.
You know what's concerning
But
me?
the scorelines
They
are
play the
close.
top teams, you're saying,
They
yeah.
They have a close scoreline. They don't lose by much, but they still lose.
What's concerning me is like, and obviously it depends game to game, but they don't seem to have like a shape they stick with. It's like, all right, let's try like a 3-5-1-1. Let's go 3-5-2. Maybe let's go 4 in the back. Let's see how we can adjust. And it's constant adjustment. They don't seem comfortable. Maybe they've been doing it in the past seasons, but they just don't. They don't have that same. Man, when you watch the Cherries, like played exciting football.
Up the
like,
Cherries?
Yeah, they got
They played
goals.
their style, yeah.
Man, there was an identity there, right? And maybe it's
Well, look,
just because of the results.
Because you've been in the Prem, you're trying to build and improve, so you start tinkering with things. You start bringing in players to try to get you to the next level. Because right now, they probably have a top half finish as their goal this year. So, like, to do that, you have to bring in guys like Defoe who can be trusted so that when Caleb Wilson goes down, you're not relying on lucky Josh King to get you through. So, like, you bring those plays, that brings a different dynamic, different system. He pulled off, again, like I said, he pulled off Defoe at half. Like, so that obviously causes rift in the locker room. Not negative, but, like, you're just not in rhythm. So
And he feels the urgency. That's why he's making all these moves.
Absolutely,
Eddie Howe,
man.
pressure's on, mate. Pressure is
dude.
on.
All right, man of the match for this one.
Hazard.
It's got to be, huh?
Hazzy.
Match winner away
Hazard.
from home.
I do like Bakayoko, man. He had a vicious tackle in this game, bro.
a
Where he
beast.
gets ball. He swung around some dude's hip, got the
Yeah.
ball. Everyone was like, "Hey, ref, it's
There's
a foul."
no mercy.
No foul.
He's a
son.
beast. When you see him running that field, you just see almost a more athletic version of Yaya Toure, or like a young Yaya Toure just running around. I'm going to crush you. I'm going to crush
him
you.
and Conte?
I'm going to crush you. And I'm going to go crush you.
That's lockdown mode.
Yeah.
That blue hair, too, man. His
Hair's
hair's all dyed blue now.
That's great.
Last week it was all blonde, super blonde. I thought he was wearing like a Petacek, like skull cap. You know what I mean? Like, oh, what happened to this dude's head? No, it's just blue hair.
That's the type of play that you watch out for. Like, you get the ball, you looking like, oh, is he ready?
Yeah, he's the first guy you gotta
he's a
look
boogeyman.
Shout out to David Luiz. When you play bad, we shit on you. So, played well. Got to big him
solid
up.
game.
Love
Solid
David.
game.
Love David. Hey, everybody. Are you the type of person who's almost constantly on the run, going from one job to the next, or going from class to class or class to practice and never have time for a full meal?
Yes.
Are you?
I am.
Well, I can level with you on that one, buddy. And I have a solution for you. You ever find yourself being hungry in those times?
All the
Needing
time.
something to eat but not have time to make a meal or breakfast, before you leave the house? Well, the solution is here, everybody. It's called our RX Bar. All right? It's a whole food protein bar with simple, real ingredients. And what does that mean? What does that mean, guys? Hussey, Probably not. It means that they're
Tell me
made
about it.
100% whole ingredients. All right? So my favorite is the peanut butter chocolate. Get the chocolates. So it comes with, 3 egg whites, 14 peanuts, 2 dates, and absolutely no BS. It's my favorite bar. I have one before the show because sometimes we run late and I get hungry midway through. I eat one of these, never get hungry. It's just packed with protein. And there's no added sugars, there's no additives, there's no corn syrup. Huss, your favorite,
High fructose.
I was looking for them, actually.
But they started in 2013. We call them because they were tired of protein bars, trying to provide people with a nutritious snack, going to the
Healthy
gym, a healthy alternative.
Absolutely,
But
man.
they were tired of it. They saw a hole. They capitalized. And I'll tell you guys, I'm a huge fan. Tom?
Dude, I love him, man. What was the other one now? The peanut.
Mixed berry.
Yep, the
You like
peanut.
that mixed berry?
Yeah, the mixed berry is bomb as well, man.
Hussey, you can eat one
Hussey's
now?
trying to open one on the low right now.
Quietly opening it.
failure.
What flavor do you open?
I
What
got
is that?
blueberry. I love blueberries.
Blueberry?
Oh, blueberry. Yeah, but check it out, man. RX Bar. If you go to rxbar.com/podcastfc, get yourself a little discount.
Yep,
Yeah,
make sure you
there's
use
a-
that promo code podcastfc.
There's a 25% off your first order. So, you order, they send a box with a variety of different flavors. You
Boom.
know? And, you can't go wrong, man. And if you want to check them out on social media, very simple, Instagram.com/RXBar, Facebook.com/RXBar, and the same for Twitter, Twitter.com/RXBar. Check them out. They're really great, inexpensive, and they're good for you, which is the most important thing in this day and age. It's hard to find good protein, good nutritional bars
Yeah, man.
that aren't going to give you cancer one day down the line.
And all
Promo
that sugar,
code.
right?
Podcastfc.
Love
Promo
it.
code. Boo-doo-doo.
Quick touch. Leicester 2, Everton 0. A team that also might find themselves in a relegation battle at
Why
this point.
did I think that this was going to be a draw? Why did I not predict that Everton were just going to roll over again?
You know
and
why,
just
man?
Get fucking pumped.
You were hoping for the new
I didn't.
manager bounce or the
Nope.
interim
But they don't even have a new manager.
bounce.
They have
That's what I
Aaron
was.
Stein's
I
back.
predicted Everton to win.
But even Leicester,
Because of that.
when Leicester lost Shakespeare, they went on and won the next game without Puel. You know what I mean? So, like, Al, you weren't that far off, bro.
No, you guys were.
Once the game was played, it was a horrible call you made. But, like,
Look,
there's no way to know
I don't
before
even
the
want to
game.
make this a quick test. I want to make this a long.
Yeah,
test.
me and Luke Whitty
So
were actually
perverted.
going at because he commented on our predictions for the week, and I talked about it. You want to try some blueberry?
Nah,
Blah,
that's
blah,
your favorite.
blah,
You
blueberry.
share. Your fingers are all over
Right.
it.
Yeah, because I'm holding it.
Twisted.
I didn't know.
You're touching every fucking
I didn't know.
corner of it.
I didn't know you wanted some.
My
It's my
germs.
bar.
You offered it to me and you still twirled it around.
I trying to move it so you get the piece I didn't bite. Sorry, trying to
What about the piece you didn't touch?
That's the piece I want.
That's weird. But anyways, me and Luke were talking about it. Like, look, I understand people say the manager bounce. I actually offsetted them because Leicester actually has their new manager in, where Everton doesn't yet.
Interim.
So at that moment, I was like, you know what, Leicester, they also have Vardy and Mahrez. I think they are the two best players. If you take all 22 players, I think they are the two best players on the field.
Okazaki?
And Damari Gray.
Okay. That's a wild
Don't
card.
forget Pikachu.
Okazaki didn't start, but Okazaki
He's still in the vicinity.
like Okazaki's World Player of the Year easily, Bon d'Or. But I'm gonna get a signed jersey from him one day. I'm gonna wear it everywhere.
No, you're not.
But yeah, yes I am.
He's no Rogic, though.
I'm gonna tweet him or Instagram him somehow.
Take him on a date.
I would. Anyways,
Tell him, Lindsay.
well, anyways, but Vardy showed up for the game. Mahrez did too. Mahrez looked a little unhappy coming off the field when he got subbed off. It just reminded me because you brought up Pedro.
Super cool thing about that, though, Claude Puel pulls him aside right after the game, pulls Mahrez aside, and they have a little chit-chat. So I think Claude, very brilliant by him to sort of, he realizes body language, facial language, that Mahrez was not happy. I don't know if Mahrez is happy with the explanation, whatever Claude told him after the game, but at least he was wise enough to see, okay, this is something I should address right now. Also, maybe
conversation.
address it in public.
Yeah.
A lot of managers will do that in the locker room, but he felt the need to, like, show the fans as well, say it in front of people. Whatever he was saying was actually quite cool, because I did see that, man. He was really unhappy coming off.
Don't know why we haven't gotten to Damari Gray yet.
just
easily
started,
the man
man.
of the match. This guy, I mean, he was electric.
Since the last 2 years, man, obviously consistency at his age is always a question, but Leicester, after the championship run, has been garbage. That's when you're supposed to play your youngsters. When the pressure's off, obviously they want to get back into that top six. But, man, this guy's a product of Leicester, man. Just play this kid game in, game out. He's so dynamic.
Bro, he's taking it from box to box, and he's making good decisions as well. That's the thing that impresses me the most. Yes, he's really, really fast. He can dribble, but his decision-making seems to be improving by the game. And he just lays that ball
Just roast
off
Tom
to
Davies.
yeah, just roast Tom Davies. Can't catch up.
What up, Junior?
And just lays it off for Mahrez, he made that goal.
He did.
That was really
Rooney
his
should
goal.
have clipped him, though. That's the yellow card
They had
foul
like
you
3
take.
chances. Tom Davies.
So
could've
Tom
taken
Davies
him.
tried, he failed. But like Rooney should have seen that, because Rooney sees Mahrez right away. He drops his head, starts running.
Dude, he
to
sprinted
cover
80 yards to
left
get there.
back.
Where's the rest of the Everton midfield trying to get back?
But
Unbelievable.
Al, literally, Rooney stopped his run to let Damari Gray go by, and that's when Damari Gray cuts across him, which slows Rooney down from covering,
Yep.
and then he slots in Mahrez.
Take him out.
He should have grabbed a jersey, take him out, something. Professional foul, just grab a yellow.
Look, man, how does Everton look old? Because you're talking about Wayne Rooney, Phil Jagielka, Leighton Baines,
Ashley Williams.
Ashley Williams,
Oh, yo.
just a bunch of
Lennon,
old guys
Lennon, welcome back to Lennon.
who
Shout out
should
to
have had a
Lennon.
penalty kick.
Should have had a penalty.
I
Should
don't
have had a
give
goal
Fook
as well.
Definitely fouled him in the box, but
What a great gamble by Fook, though. Fook knew he was beat. Lennon got him inside. Delicious ball by Wayne Rooney.
Delicious.
It was a desperation tackle, man. That was a yellow
It
card
was.
tackle. Easy
PK.
PK.
You need
PK,
to
and it
mix-
was missed.
Experience, they should have held on to Johnny Stones if they could have, but he was never staying.
he
But
was
you
never
need to.
staying.
I'm saying he is next level compared to Everton, but you need to hold on to the youth. Tom Davies is coming in. You got Callum Lewin in there, young guys, but in the back line's just they're fossilized.
Yeah.
You know, I mean,
They're
you got what's his name in there now. He didn't
John Joe
play.
Kenny. Who? Holgate?
Michael Keane.
Oh, yep.
You know.
Yeah, he was hurt though, I think.
And
I don't
they
think
He
was
didn't play,
available.
but he's
Yeah.
youthful in there. He still needs
Yeah.
he needs experience around him. But
And they're
it's a
missing
tough
Seamus Coleman.
transition.
Seamus Coleman, he's not a spring chicken too, you know.
He's been
29 years old,
he's been
around
out- he's
that
been out
age,
for a while,
coming
though.
back from an injury. So even when he does come back, this
Probably
back
won't be the
line,
same, yeah.
it's not the most fresh back line, man. There's some things that I think they have to look into, but they've just made so many purchases. It's the
hard, man.
Liverpool Spurs dilemma after you sell Gareth Bale. You buy a bunch of trash players, and now you have to reinvest.
Restart.
Exactly.
Yeah, basically scrap all those guys.
Yeah.
But yeah, man, it's
Quick
not
touch.
looking too promising.
That was-
for everyone.
that was a long touch.
And real quick, I mean, it shouldn't have been 2-0. It very well should have been 3-0 because Jackie Elka had that. Should have been a yellow card tackle on Vardy, but Vardy somehow stays on his feet, passes the ball inside the box. Okazaki's in there against
boy do.
Pickford, but then the referee calls it back. It doesn't even give a talking to Jackie Elka. I'm not sure. It's the thing that Jackie Elka and Williams, they're older rather. So
They're
they're
old.
no, well, I guess from a player's standpoint, they're old. But they're not playing with their brains. Their bodies are breaking down. They're not as youthful as they once were. So they're not as fast as once were, but they're not playing smart. They're just making mental mistakes, especially Ashley Williams. It almost seems like Ashley Williams needs
not
to go back
happy.
to Swansea.
He's just not happy.
Yeah.
Yeah,
He doesn't appear to be happy.
He doesn't.
at all.
I don't know if it's because when
very
he.
angry.
Yeah.
I don't know if it's because when he was at
Frustration.
Swansea, he was the heart. When he was there, he was that guy. He was the dude on the back line directing everyone.
No,
and
la-
at
la-
Everton,
last,
it's-
last year he did fine, I think. Ashley Williams.
he did okay, but
They
played
had a
well. That
solid
was the
year
year
last
the
year. The
Wales
first year he
went to
went.
the semi
Yeah.
Euros. Like he had a really good year last year.
he
but
did very well, but this year he's just a year older. I don't know what it's about him.
he's rotating. That's what it is. He was
And
an automatic starter.
Sigurdsson-
Now you got Michael Keenan.
Sigurdsson is one step away from not even playing the game. He was a starter. Now he's on the bench. And I think if he doesn't start to produce, he really will be on the bench, not seeing the field at all.
I am
Awesome,
glad
man.
to see Aaron Lennon back though. He
Yeah,
was
welcome
going
back.
through some things
Yeah.
last year.
Mental.
mental
Wow.
stuff.
Health
So
stuff. Yeah,
It's amazing he's already back.
I'm glad to see him, man, because he's been in this league ever since I've been watching.
Yeah, man.
Football is the best, cathartic medicine, or cathartic whatever you can do.
It's
you know?
cathartic,
Play some
yeah.
footy.
Absolutely. Crystal
Releases
Palace,
endorphins.
Best thing for depression. Play some footy.
Crystal Palace 2, West Ham 2. Man. Coming through.
Love
in
this
the
guy,
Eagles.
man. Come on, bro. Try to tell y'all about
Buzzer
Willie Zaha, man.
beater.
Whoa, you?
Yeah, bro.
When?
Doug, when I was getting shat on when you were like, oh, he's suspect 2-3 years ago.
I have never called out or
when I
cussed
say,
out
yo,
Willie
hey, we're
Zaha.
all good on this
Okay,
side.
okay.
It's those two over
We
there.
were no.
Yeah, no,
We
we're
never
good.
said that he wasn't going to be a good player. It was just the whole conflict that we had with Lukaku at the same time. We expected more from what he should be doing.
And what
Is he
I
doing
say,
it? Is he doing enough
he's
now?
young. Give him
Is he,
some
is, he,
time.
is he putting the team on his
He's
back,
young.
game after game, getting buzzer beater goals
Dude, all right.
against
So
Chelsea?
for you guys who don't know Zaha's history, he got a shot at a top club, struggled,
Best club
went
in the
back
country.
down, went back down to a bottom club. He got a shot at Man United, couldn't cut it. It was too early for him. That's all it was. So that's when we're looking at his career, wondering there aren't many players who are young, drop out of a top 3 club, and somehow play well to bounce back into a top 3 club. Very few players do that historically. So that's why I put him on my suspect list. I was like, this guy has the ability to bounce back into top 3, but can he do it? He's proven it, man. But that's what the suspect list is about. You guys always feel weird about the suspect
I
list.
do. I do.
you think
When
it's
there's
a-
other people. When there's
yeah,
other
then,
people.
then make a
that's when
stronger
I feel.
case, bro. Instead of crying
Oh,
about
I did. I
spilled
got
milk.
outvoted by you two.
Yeah,
That's what it was.
absolutely.
Because
So
we
why
were
are you
correct
crying
at that
about it?
moment.
I'm not crying
That's
about
the
it. I'm
rules.
just
I'm
showing that
gonna-
you were wrong.
Hey,
Yeah,
no,
no,
you said
bro.
No, we weren't wrong. We weren't wrong.
You falsely
We're wrong.
suspected this man of not having
There's
it in
no-
him.
no,
but
no,
he had
there's
it
no
in him
false
then. He had
suspicion.
it in now. He's gonna have it in him in the future.
Because here's the thing about the suspect list, right? If you're on the suspect list, not typically, but
Let's hear this.
if you're on the suspect list,
That's why it's on suspect,
you
not
might,
fraud.
You might fall off. Yeah, you might fall off into the fraud.
You
You're,
should-
le-
you
you're leaning
lead- yeah,
towards
you lead to be
the
fraudulent.
fraud list. You know what I mean?
No,
Well,
are you
it's-
going to live up to
they're
your
players-
potential?
they're
That's
players
all it
who
is.
can
It's
bounce
potential.
back.
It's not fraud.
See, we
list.
see
It's just
how it
potential.
is.
Yeah.
Nah, I don't like you guys doing.
Just
dirty,
like when
my
we
boy.
put someone on the fraud list, doesn't mean he sucks. It just means top 3. You're not about that life.
No,
It doesn't mean
no,
you're
it means
done.
You're a fraud.
No, you're a fraud for top 3. It doesn't mean you should be playing in the championship, bro.
Not
Hell no.
necessarily. Not necessarily.
Look, if
top
we even
3.
put Giroud, if we had put Giroud in that year, he's suspect, but he definitely belongs in the Prem, dude. Top 3 was the challenge of what do you belong. That's the suspect, man. So that's why we look at Zaha. He has talent to be in the top 3, but can he live up to it, or is he going to pull what typical young players pull? Like, what's his name?
Been on the list.
Ravel Morrison.
Ravel Morrison, dude.
That's a good
Fergie
name.
said he was one of the best talents he's ever seen in his entire coaching career. Kid couldn't put it together. If he was playing consistently on Man United, he would have been on a suspect list if he wasn't performing.
Should have put Luke
That's
Shaw
all
on
it was.
there.
Memphis Depay.
He doesn't play enough to be suspect.
You know.
Exactly. That's
But
why
back
he's-
to the game.
Let's do it.
The Eagles go down 2-0 to West Ham. Slaven Bilic needs a win to save his skin. Roy Hodgson. I think Roy Hodgson has more leniency because he's new to the position.
he's rescuing
He
the
just
team,
came in. Where Slaven Bilic, his head's on the chopping
They
block.
gave him
you
2
know?
games.
It's France, 1788.
Have your
revolution.
cake. Yeah.
Have your cake. Again, you lose your head. They go up 2-0. And at this point, they should have had the game. But a needless penalty given away. Milijovic finishes finally. We gave the ball away for the first one. Needlessly.
There was 2
Needlessly gave the ball away.
That was 2 PKs they earned. The first one wasn't called. The second one was called.
Yeah.
For
Slots
Palace.
that home.
he slots him
2-1.
home. He bangs him home.
2-1.
Milijovic.
Chicharito scored a goal. Yeah, he's
Outside of the
great
boot.
from free kicks and penalties. I love
Yeah.
Milijovic. But then 2-1. 6 minutes of
Let's
stop.
talk about
time.
Ayus.
Before you get to
Oh, Ayu, yeah,
but
no, talk about Ayu, yeah.
Let's talk
Andre
about Scott
Ayew.
Dan getting turned inside and out.
God, that was embarrassing.
And
Looking
then
like
the
Hussey
goalie
trying
then
to defend
powers
right
the goal.
there.
Literally, the ball, I think, was if the goalie had like stretched his hand, he would have got it. But the power and the
Too
curve
fast.
on it was just too fast, dude.
One of the best celebrations of the year so far. Just to pump your cheeks like a fucking
dude.
train. Just run. I mean, this
So
guy
sick, man.
You get
coming
so
back
amped
from,
up.
Dude, you come back from injury. You've been
Yeah, man.
starving for minutes the last year and a
Team
half.
is struggling.
And you score a banger like that, man. You
Power.
But
jump
that
out of your
was
skin.
honestly that was Fareed defense. Like, let's look at it.
Fareed defense.
Yeah, I almost ragged on Huss, but Huss actually Huss defends, bro. Huss he gets stuck in.
I
He put his head in there, so I'll take that back. That was Fareed
I always
defending
do.
right there. That was 100% Fareed defending,
Define free defending for him.
getting burned,
Ooh,
getting roasted.
destroyed.
That's what that
Freed will
is.
run back into a poke.
He won't
Dude.
run back.
So 2-1.
Yep.
We're 2-1 in the game. And also a quick touch going long. Don't care.
Go for it.
2-1.
A raw touch.
6 minutes added on. All West Ham had to do was keep the ball.
Oh, who had to?
And
do?
they could not keep the ball for their goddamn lives. 1 point, Palace have attacked, minute left. They booted clear. Somehow it ends up at Antonio's feet on the wing. The camera didn't even know where it was. They find him.
Just roasts.
Roast Schlupp. Schlupp just wants to take him down. Misses the tackle. Free. 3 men in the box. Wide open. Gives it to the goalie. Essentially. Gives it right to the goalie.
That was a mistake.
Dude, he
All I
could
had to do
literally
was sit on the ball.
Schlupp,
Dude, you can't body this guy off
trying
the
to
ball.
recover, and he could have continued to cut it inside or just cut back and head to that corner,
be
dude.
smart.
Get in a
Sit on it.
physical
Be
battle.
smart.
No one's gonna push you off this ball. He could have held it for 15 minutes in the corner. if
It
he
was
wanted.
40 seconds left in the game.
But brilliant
What a
by Crystal
mistake.
Palace. The drama, dude.
Destiny played a role in this game. The boy, Willie Zaha, twisting and turning. He had chances in this game, putting the team on his back, and he finally got it. Joey Hart, he'd be my man of the match. He
He
had
had
some
a good game.
crazy-ass saves.
Yeah.
He deserved...
The double save.
I feel
He had
bad
one
for
off
West
the
Ham,
bicep
man.
too, right?
I feel bad for Slaven Bilic. I feel bad for Joe Hart because they deserved all 3 points, the two of them.
100%.
And everyone's going to look at Bilic.
And-
It wasn't Bilic's fault.
And
nothing more he could do.
unfortunately, the guy who cost you the game is the only guy who's played well this year for your team over the last 2 years
Yeah.
consistently. Mikel
Tony.
Antonio. So I forgive him for it, but it definitely was his fault that Crystal Palace tied it up. But he still starts next game. There's no chance you win without this guy on the pitch, man.
I'm glad Koyate is actually playing where he should be. Harder defense, right in the middle. Ogbonna also
I
has
think
some.
so. I like him at number 6, man. I like Kuyate
Get him
at number
up the field.
6.
Get him
Because
up
of
the
those
field.
long runs.
Yeah.
Those Yaya
Big shot.
Toure runs, dude.
It's two lengths.
Yeah.
I won't be surprised that, well, when you guys are listening to this, Bilic is not with West Ham anymore.
No,
You got
no.
they got Liverpool,
Are you calling
Watford.
it now?
Look,
Call it.
look
They gave
who
him
they
2
have. Look
games,
who they have in the next 7 matches. Liverpool, Watford away, Leicester home, Everton away, City, Chelsea, Arsenal. So you're looking
City,
at
Chelsea, Arsenal in a row.
yes. So you're looking
Tough.
at maybe Everton. So 3 points out of the next 7 matches.
No, Leicester, Watford, those are all winnable games.
Everton
Liverpool,
especially.
Liverpool
Come on,
home or
bro.
away? Liverpool
From
home or away?
the
Doesn't
way
At
that West
Anfield?
the way it's
No, at Anfield,
it's
they've only
home.
given up one
So-
goal
At
all
Anfield?
year.
No, it's
West
home
Ham?
for West Ham.
Anfield.
That was the 1-1
Liverpool
with Burnley.
Anfield
That was the 1-1
defense
with Burnley.
is one of the best home defenses in the
Yeah.
league this year.
Yeah, so
one
Liverpool,
goal
Liverpool
given
away,
up.
that you can get a draw out of that.
But at
You
the
know?
same
Look,
time,
honestly,
the way
factually,
that they
gave
are
him 2
playing,
games.
Yeah.
Dude, the way that they're playing, they should have won this game. Hands down, they
But
should have
they're
won this
playing
game.
better though too, right?
The
Absolutely.
first
So I
game
think
was-
they look past this
Yeah.
game, hopefully. But who knows?
He was given 2 games, beat Chelsea in the cup, and now we just tied, bottom of the table Palace.
Which he
But-
should have won if his player was smart. You know what I mean? Like, obviously,
I think the
they
board
took
will see
advantage.
that though.
They
But-
still, but to also defend Antonio, the other team still had to go 100 yards. You know what I mean? There was
Slack
still
defending.
10
Slack
guys
defending.
behind the ball, or 9 guys behind the ball,
Special
not counting the
moment, man.
goalie.
Those are the best finishes. You have to keep them low. 'Cause
Absolutely.
Joe Hart had no chance on that one.
The commentator was like, Zaha trying to find space, but there is none. Oh, he does find space. Go on, son. It was brilliant.
So how long do you guys think?
What?
Okay,
Village?
Village.
I think he's game to game at this point. If he gets pumped 6-0 by Liverpool, he's out. If he
Yeah.
pulls a 1-1 against Liverpool, or 2-2, I think they buy him one more game. He's
He's
game
out.
to game.
He's out.
That's
He's out
such
tomorrow. Here
Call
we
the
go, man.
last
You're
time.
getting greedy. You're getting
Call the
greedy.
last time.
Here we go. You're getting greedy.
I want to say one more loss now. I want to track back. I want to move
You're
on.
gonna
No.
pull a little huss,
I
a
wanna
little
move on.
backtrack.
Oh, relax.
I wanna move on.
All
Relax.
right, next game, Watford 0, Stoke 1. A bit of a snooze fest here, but Darren Fletcher, rewinding the clock, scores an excellent side foot volley from a corner kick right off the training ground.
Paul Scholes style.
Technique.
Absolutely
Shaqiri
brilliant,
with
man.
the ball. Should have kept Shaqiri in fantasy. He's been getting assists, but brilliant goal. If you guys saw Mark Hughes on the sideline, man.
Reunited.
If you guys don't know Mark Hughes as a player, played for Manchester United, went to Barcelona, played in Spain, you know, in the 80s.
Just to give you an idea,
And this
he's
guy was
an
this guy was a physical
Welshman who played.
physical specimen, but this guy lived for volleys. One of the best volleyers of the ball you'll ever see. There's highlight tapes of him just volleying the ball from anywhere, side kicks, bicycle kicks, straight up half volleys. So he was on the sideline doing the motion of volleying the
Yeah,
ball.
man.
It's hilarious.
He imitated the
volleying-
shot.
He imitated the shot.
Reminds me of-
Darren Fletcher ran over.
I think Klopp likes to do that with headers. If you ever watch Klopp,
Yeah.
like, he always
He
like
gets
heads
it.
the ball himself. Yeah. He loves doing
The
that.
grinding in the
But-
teeth.
Yeah, dude, that goat
No.
mouth of his.
That's-
Couple points on this game. Richarlison coming up with the cowishness again,
Oh, yeah,
man.
yeah,
Doing the
yeah.
bounce.
This guy open on the back post.
Should
Put
have
it
had
on
4
goal.
goals in 2 games.
Yeah, just put it on goal. Even if you don't score it, just put it on
Yeah,
target.
forced to keep it and make a save, as they
Yeah.
say, the cliche statement.
And then the other thing, Charlie Adams, wide open goal. What are we doing?
Oh my
What are we
goodness.
No,
doing?
hey, chubby Chuck.
Give credit to Gomez. Gomes, worst goalie in the Prem. He was
No
out
credit.
at half, hassling the guy. Made it.
Slowed him down a little bit. Made him
it
stumble.
count,
He's
yeah.
like, you gotta beat me. There's no freebie. You're not gonna be able to chip me. You gotta beat me. Go around.
Guy scores from
his
half, but he
little,
can't
like,
score with the wide open goal.
right.
Come on, Charlie.
And that shot looked like the dude had been playing 120 minutes, man. It was slow, roller,
It was,
desperate,
dude.
like just
no confidence. Just stretch
none.
out.
But dude, 2 scuffles break out before we get into the main one. Decore and Juve going at it a little bit off the pitch. I like to see that from Decore, new boy in the league, not taking any crap from anyone, man. Youngster too. But then the real scuffle breaks out, man. Joe Allen, the melon head, versus Troy Deeney, the melon crusher.
Dude,
Popping
this was
his head like a
hilarious.
pimple.
He was smiling as he was doing
Dude, that
it
was
the
a
whole
that was a
time.
maniacal smile, man. I was like, oh, that's why he went to jail.
Well, they
I know.
So
Oh my
vicious,
god,
dude.
I mean,
because
the-
Joe Allen went all 5'6" of the guy. Troy Deeney's 6'1",
200 pounds.
220.
Just a monster. Ex.
Everyone's trying to push him. He didn't move. He didn't move
Dude,
half an
and
inch.
Joe-
back.
Joey started it, dude.
cross, just getting faced to the ground.
One-handed.
Like, sit down, dude, while I handle your pipsqueak boy.
Yeah, man.
But
Joe, yeah, go ahead.
I do give Joe Allen a shout, man. Big shout. He gets face mushed, gets let go, goes right back in for another face mush. He was basically saying, man, if you're gonna pop my head, you're gonna have to do it on national television. I don't give a shit.
I feel like that's one of those ones where even after the match, you don't even have to high five. You don't have to say anything. You kind of just like walk by each other, looking, just kind of both smirking, just like yeah, we know what would have happened if we were together, because we all know Joe Allen would have been ripped apart.
Absolutely crushed, man.
It's almost like a big brother, little brother thing.
No,
with like
I don't think there's
trying
that
to
much
wrestle.
love, though. I don't think
No,
there's-
There was. Joe Allen came
was.
out
They
after
were
the
both
game.
smiling.
He's like, you know what? Like it was handbags, really. He's like, I shouldn't have picked that fight. I was picked the
He
wrong
started
fights.
it,
But
yeah,
he's like,
yeah.
he's like, we were both laughing.
Yeah.
Yeah. He's like, it is what it is.
Yeah, you watch the replay, even though that smile looks evil as shit on Troy Deeney, Joe Allen's smiling too.
Yeah.
So like,
Lunatics,
they're
man.
in it. Yeah,
No
they're
hard
in it.
EPL.
I love that.
Fucking
Alright,
maniacs.
Yeah, dude.
alright.
But there's definitely gonna be a retrospective ban placed on Troy Dean. At least 5 games, I think.
don't know.
I hope not.
Dude,
No,
like,
no,
I don't
that
know.
image-
hands on face.
hands on yeah, that image looks
And
crazy.
dude, and it
but
was,
he was smiling, so that might save
Tom,
him.
That's
it wasn't a
psychopath.
real smile.
That's
Yeah, it was a
psychopath.
psycho
Save him.
smile, dude. It was serial killer smile.
Dude, Michael Oliver gave them both a yellow, so that was
Yeah, that's
that was
pussy
EPL
shit.
stuff
Yeah.
right there.
I think it's because they were both smiling, and like no one really got hurt. It was handbags, but man, I love
Joey's-
seeing
if
that.
they were on the throat though, got have been snuffed.
Yeah, take a nap,
Got
bro.
s-
It was like hands
That's
around
more,
the
that's
jaw.
more disrespectful.
I know.
A
Fucking-
face squish?
Yeah.
That's so disrespectful.
Go for the eyes. Put the thumbs in the
That's
eyes.
Game of Thrones trying to squish the head again.
Man, I'll give Stoke credit, man. Watford flying high. They could have been top 4 with this win.
Right.
And I think we all had them to win. I don't know if anyone didn't on predictions.
Stoke weren't looking.
I had draw.
good.
But Stoke have been struggling as of late. They lost last week when they should have won, and now they win on the road.
Yeah.
Doesn't
That's
make any
Stoke,
sense,
man.
but that's the
Most
Premier League, and that's Stoke
unpredictable.
City. Still a top 10 team.
Dude, in another snoozer, Brighton won, Southampton won. Man,
Forster's beer.
Forster.
Yeah,
Right,
dude.
man.
It should have been 1-0. I don't know what he's doing. He cost Southampton the point. You're 6'10", and you let that ball go in. He was inside the net. You should have been outside the net.
he
He would
should
have
have
made the
attacked
save.
the ball.
You know?
Yeah, yeah.
It was an
Attack the ball.
accurate header
Great hit.
by Murray, but
Take
yeah,
nothing
no,
away.
you're right.
Beautiful header.
You want to save. That's how you want to save your team right there.
Thank God I did not sell Gross. Hopefully-
Pascal.
I mean, he was on the
Well,
bench.
I mean, I feel like you told everyone else to sell him.
I-
So why are you dragging the whole show down? Huss?
That- well, no,
Sabotage.
I'm not gonna sell every single person because I'd be taking minus like 10 every week. No, I mean I put him on the bench though, so I missed out on the points.
What do you got?
But again, he is just a crossing machine. He just puts that ball on a dime. I mean, he's getting to the point where if he continues to be delivering a ball like this, he shouldn't be on Brighton next year.
Okay.
He should be.
I thought you were gonna bring up Kevin De Bruyne for a second.
No. I'm saying that he can go to a higher team. The thing is, he wanted to go to Brighton. He didn't want to go to a big team.
Yeah, he wants
Like,
to play.
Yeah.
Develop.
Yeah.
Very smart.
So-
Very smart. All right, that wraps it up for Premier League Matchday 10 review. Jumping into some world footy real quick before we wrap up. Girona pulling the upset of the year so far by the looks of it. Beat Real Madrid 2-1 with some quality goals from Girona too, man. Absolute quality.
This is a tough loss, man. I love Real Madrid. I love Zinedine Zidane, but they just don't. They don't look to be the same team in the league.
They're
this
over
year.
it.
You know why,
They're
man?
over it, man.
They're tired, man.
Complacent.
They almost had a treble last year. Like, they're just tired to do that year after year, and they didn't bring in that big a name talent either.
But just even quantity-wise, they lose Morata, one of the best strikers
Agreed.
in the modern game. He's going to pop in the next couple of years.
Yep.
Lose him would have been huge hold on. And they didn't really bring anybody in.
And everyone's
Bale
a year
doesn't
older.
play.
They didn't bring any.
Everyone's
Bale's
a
getting
year
injured
older.
big time. Everyone's a year older. Everyone's already kind of complacent, I'm sure, despite being professionals and winning back-to-back
So you
Champions
think
Leagues.
all
What
the-
else is left for them?
Do you think
What-
their focus is mainly in Champions League then?
pretty much?
The
That's
three-peat?
always been Real Madrid's style.
Yeah.
You know, Champos are nothing. I mean, they got the Club World Cup coming up this winter. They want to win that again.
Yeah.
Um,
Yeah, they need
I mean,
legs.
what else is
They
left
need
for these
bodies.
guys? Cristiano's going to win 5. I mean, I know Messi has almost the same stats, but
Copa del Rey.
4 Champions Leagues, Euro, Ballon d'Or times 5, or this winter probably. I mean, what-
World Cup.
World Cup coming this summer. Watch
Yeah,
out,
man.
everybody. I mean, some of these guys, Marcelo. I mean, what is left for these guys to win?
Yeah, it's
You know,
tough,
it's
man.
tough to have that mentality, and it is Madrid. It's not a club like Man United, where in the 90s and the early 2000s, the culture of winning and winning and winning and never being satisfied.
Yeah, they've been winning from day one.
Plus,
man.
managerial changes. You know,
Yeah.
Zizou's only been there for 2 years.
Yeah,
Well,
they-
this is when you got to show and prove. But again, I mean, the Madrista fans are never going to be happy with any team. Any team wouldn't be happy with a loss like this. But it did snap a home streak when, I mean, not a home streak, a La Liga streak winning record for Real Madrid. With this, out of all the teams, you wouldn't expect it to be Girona.
And before the match, the Girona defender Pablo
I
Mafio.
just said it
Dude,
right
by
on
the-
purpose for you.
Oh, my fault.
Girona.
If you listen, you
Yeah.
learn.
Dude,
I
by
didn't-
the way, picked
I
him
didn't
up.
listen.
Picked him up in FIFA 18. He's a stud, man.
Is it?
Right back. Yeah, yeah.
Dude, what's up with
Pick him up.
CR7, man? Guy can't buy a goal
Maffeo.
in the league, that is.
Who knows? Where are you
He's
going to
struggling.
Maffeo? What?
I completely,
Lefebvre?
All right, we'll keep it moving.
I don't know what you just said.
Atletico
Me?
Bilbao
Yeah.
0, Barcelona 2. Messi and the Chinese immigrant himself, Paulinho, gets a goal. Atletico Madrid ties Villarreal 1-1. Spanish table, Barcelona still undefeated, sitting on top with 28 points. Similar record to Man City, 9-1.
Oh, bro, Messi. Obviously, this guy is unreal. He had a chance to score like a spectacular goal.
The 1-2.
Little double touch,
Yeah.
left, right. It was on his right foot, so of course he hits the post.
Yeah. Sign up for our email if you want to see these highlights, guys. If you want to see what we're talking about. Third, Real Madrid already 8 points off the pace. It's looking like this might be Barcelona. Barcelona's title to lose at this point. And in
They'll have
La
a couple
Liga,
of
you can
shock
say
results.
that.
Yeah, the Barca will have, I think, two shocking results where they drop points, but
that means
think
Real
they're more-
Madrid has to
they're
be
motivated,
perfect because they
yeah.
have 2 losses already this year. Real Madrid means Real Madrid can't lose the rest of the year.
what
Essentially,
about Atletico, Doug?
look, Atletico. What I worry about them is being able to keep pace because they have to work twice as hard to get the results Barcelona and Real Madrid do. They've done it
What
before.
about Valencia, Doug?
Valencia, no, I think they'll fade away.
Zaza, though.
Yeah,
Zaza.
Simeone
What up,
out
though?
there. Zaza doing work, taking PKs all day. PSG 3, Nice 2. Tom's clinical boy Cavani comes out with 2 goals.
Man. Come on, bro.
Kind of missed a half chance though. But
Oh,
I
okay.
don't want to hate so much.
Messi misses a full chance.
He stole a chance from Mbappe, and Mbappe wasn't happy. But that happens, man. You got 2 forwards playing up there.
Number 9, son. I'm gonna shoot it before I pass it.
Wow.
That's the makeup.
That's great for chemistry.
Generally.
Bayern Munich 2, RB Leipzig 0. Big test for Bayern Munich here, man. RB absolutely having a crazy year in Bundesliga, but Bayern passes the test 2-0.
Well, RB, they go down a man early. They lose their captain. And, I was looking forward to watching Forsberg, Timo Werner, and Naby Keita, really the big 3 there, do damage. And see, really, this was a true test for Bayern.
Yeah.
But, of course, early red card
Kills the
at
game.
the Allianz as well. No chance. And it was Timo Werner who was actually subbed out. He was not happy at all. I didn't like the substitute. He kept the other striker in there. But,
Yeah.
you never stood a chance after going down to Bayern.
Definitely. Hanover 96 play Borussia Dortmund. Dortmund dropping points, all 3 points. They lose 4-2 to
Sucking.
Hanover.
Sucking.
Terrible, man.
And a bit of a slump, man, off the top of the table.
Yeah, they got to get it together. And lastly, AC Milan plays Juventus at the San Siro. Juventus comes in, steals the points from their export Bonucci. It's absolutely
He didn't
brilliant.
even play Bonucci.
I meant his new club. My bad.
Yeah, no. I got you, bro. But
Bruh.
this was domination. Milan never looked like they were going to win the game. They had some chances. Kolasinac, maybe he should have been in better areas at certain times. There were crosses that were going in the box that he just couldn't get his foot on the end of. But Juventus doing the damn thing. Paulo Dybala. This guy, man, sneaky, but
The
really it
realist.
was about Higuain and his finishing, dude. Like, this guy's
Still got
he's-
it, man.
Yo, he's so clinical, bro.
Yeah.
Well,
He's so clinical.
right before half, AC should have tied up the game there because there was a cross into the box. There was a flick on, and they just hit the crossbar or so. It's just unlucky for them because if you go 1-1 into half, I mean, it changes the game.
I think Montella is on thin ice, man. I really do.
Spent a
Ancelotti
lot of money.
might come back to Milan.
He
See, that's a guy I would bring into Milan because all the pieces are there. Granted, there's no true
No Kaká, no
world class
Pirlo,
talent, but
Seedorf.
he can put something together with that team, man. You got the pieces. You just have to find a way to make these guys play together. I always say,
200 million on players.
yeah, I always say don't go to Arsenal because I think Arsenal needs a retooling. You need new players to come in.
Everyone should be out.
Yeah.
Players and board, but Milan, I agree with you, man. I think this actually could be the perfect club for Ancelotti.
Yeah, and he's been there too, and he's Italian himself, going back home. It's right there for the taking, man. Right there
Vicious.
for the taking.
Shit. Poo.
Hold up. Like he said,
Pull up.
sign up for that newsletter. Honestly, guys, it is huge. I mean, you got all the recaps of the games, and it's not like sitting around watching the 30-second, 60-second advertising. You hop right into the game, you watch it, and you have all the EPL games. You have the big ones, the big games after those. You got everyone that Tiki just mentioned. Guys, this is perfect for the weekday. If you're just sitting around work, get the newsletter. You can watch all the games and just basically figure out what you missed on the weekend.
Absolutely, man. Keeping up with the beautiful game will help you do that. Anything else, fellas?
Fareed sucks. Fareed
Oh, hold
sucks.
on. Once again, guys, we couldn't do this without the great and unwavering support of CLNS Media. Check them out at clnsradio.com. You can download the app.
No. They got the new.
They
the
changed
new
it.
URL. Yeah.
Oh my God!
CLNSmedia.com,
Moving on up.
dude.
Now it is officially clnsmedia.com.
Hell yeah.
They went over a name change a few months ago. It took them a while to get the URL
Yeah,
changed.
a little retooling.
But they're updated now. Who's ever in charge of that got on it.
Work with the
Um,
Celtics, Patriots, yours
Red
truly,
Sox.
podcast, the Shacks.
Yep, they're a local Boston radio broadcasting company. Like we said, Celtics, Boston,
Yeah.
Bruins, Patriots. They have live on-scene reporters to
Revolution.
get you really
Can't
in
leave them
there.
out.
Yeah.
Revolution. And then, of course, people like us who have our own startup podcast is plenty of people just like us on there.
Absolutely, man.
So
they
it's
help
a
us out.
mixed bag. Yeah, and they help us out. They put us on. So check them out, clnsmedia.com. Again, you can download it for free on your iPhone or Android. Just go to your app store, type in CLNS Media. It should come up. Download it for free. Once again, that's clnsmedia.com.
Yes, and keep liking on Facebook. We're getting a lot of love this month. What?
Raul.
Yeah. Where are you? I'm gonna find you.
Hey, man.
I can't say his name. That's the problem.
Either way, man, when you show us this much love on Facebook.
Rauf. Ralaba.
Oh, let's go like first and last. Let's try that.
Yeah.
I tried.
First
Ralph Rauba.
First
Hey,
name.
there it is.
There you go.
Hero Rara.
Yeah.
Why are you giving him a shout?
Because he's just liking everything. He
Is he pulling a Luke Whitty?
Yeah.
Is he competing with Luke Whitty?
He liked our page just a week or two ago, and then he's just been
throwing out likes, huh? Just hoeing it out.
Maniacs out. I love it.
The best way.
I love it, man. Thank you, guys. Thank you for the support. Picking up so many worldwide supporters. Podcast is becoming truly worldwide.
Hey, where you at, Malta? Huh? Where you been?
Taking
been
naps.
quiet.
Terry, get your boys up,
You've been
dude.
quiet lately, Malta.
Taking
Where you at?
naps. Out here getting stunned on. All right, we're out of here. Now we're just babbling.
Chelsea Sun. Chelsea Sun. Cut me off. Chelsea Sun. Chelsea Sun. Chelsea Sun. Chelsea Sun.